welcome. It's been quite a grueling day today, but hopefully we'll chow down with some AI Somnium files. I'm really liking this game. This and Atelier Ryza have been really good games of late, and obviously we beat Atelier Ryza yesterday. I mean, actually, obviously is a big favorite of mine as well, and I'm hoping to beat that in the coming streams. But this one gave us a beating. We got bested by the most ridiculous of Somnium last time round. Quite the endeavor. I would never have expected, and I don't regret my choices, that the stupid 120-second game fighting combo nonsense answer bested me. Like, of all the things that bested me, it had to be something that ridiculous. Like, I don't regret not thinking that that was a viable option, because it's absurd and it's completely non-relevant to the solution at hand. But lo and behold, it turned out to be exactly what I needed, so I got absolutely ruined by that. I lost all my time because I had to do I did everything else before it, because I thought clearly a fighting combo nonsense. Like, anyone who looks at that, I've watched other people. Like, I don't like watching past, but I like watching up to the point, especially if I want like clarification on how things happen, and obviously a situation like that calls for that. You know, everybody responds in like, I know what I'm doing, or what kind of craziness is this, or something silly. Because it's obviously ridiculous that the fighting combo is anything like the right answer. It's a joke. It's quite clearly a joke. But it's a joke that apparently one was supposed to use. So anyway, I kind of know the answers going into this. We're just gonna need to move on and try better next time. But I mean, you know, like I'm doing my best to solve these things and do as well as I can. I don't want silly answers being correct. You know, like it's just. It completely goes against the grain of trying to logically think through the puzzle to have some nonsense be the answer. Anyway, let's just enjoy it, you know? Let's have some good old AI time. Hello. As always, if anyone wants just to sub, I'm more than happy to add an hour of stream. I don't think that can be bested anywhere else on Twitch. Per sub, mind you, there is a cap, because obviously I can't be here forever. We do up to 10-hour streams here. The first 4 hours is what I allocate regularly, and then beyond that, each sub gives the whole hour. Yesterday we did that in the form of Shadowverse, because I'd finished Atelier Ryza, and I obviously didn't want to do that. So it may be a different game, maybe the same game. Usually it's the same game, especially if we're still in it. But yeah, no, it's always an option. Anyway, here we go. So which one of these is correct? Presumably it's this one, the third, yeah? Weird. Oh, that was an autosave. I suppose I just, you know, I didn't even save at the end of the last one because I was so frustrated. That, the autosave thankfully kept us in touch. So we just need to get through this silly thing. Like, I'd much rather be something silly that I was right, really, in not expecting something like that to be real, than an answer you could logically go through and I wasn't able to beat it. Kind of like, you know, Barber's You. Like, in Barber's You, I can't beat the game because I did all the puzzles I could figure out, and I wasn't able to figure out the other ones. But they have legitimate puzzles, which is really difficult. This game, it beat me because of stupidity. It's a completely different thing.
I saw you get in an accident.
No! I only pressed the wrong pedal!
I should really skip this. I love this music though, right now.
Oh, look at...
Very atmospheric. I really like it. And then of course, this awesome... I love these as well. It reminds me of Gex, Enter the Gecko. I said it last time. this whole like movement. I should probably play the Gex intro to what I mean. Absolutely, I should. So yeah, we know what we're doing this time. I started off with a really good track. I went right for the forklift, and then we went drive. But I had a ×2. A ×2 that it forces me to use, and that's ugly, but it's the right answer. So
Roger that. Leave it.
I started really well, and then that silliness. I picked up a negative timing and it forces me to use it. I believe. Pretty sure. And here...
Mysterious warp.
I should probably throw Pebble just to kill off the 10 seconds. It's not the right answer, but that doesn't matter. Just so that we don't lose the time. This is the right answer. This solves solution 1. This is where I got stuck. This stupid shit. This is really annoying. What the heck? Where are you going? It's from last week. I don't need to look anything up. I remember what I did. I remember. It was funny. Like I watch other people. Like they immediately after they done it, they don't remember what they did. Why the hell is everything so horrid in the timings? It's fucking crazy. Okay, so that's weird, because there's supposed to be an open one. Maybe it's this one. It's probably this one, right?
A door to the warehouse.
Yeah, go in. That's... okay. A little confusion around it. Just trying to get through this as soon as possible. Unfortunately, I couldn't beat it first time. I really wanted to, but... some stupid answer had to get me. We have the timing from the other one. We can use it here. It's not the best timing, but whatever, it's fine.
Is this some kind of...
This stupid input fighting game garbage combo nonsense. Use this. Okay.
The one that is difficult?
This is the real answer. You fucking serious. Anyway. I did really well on the third one as well. You can watch last week's content. This is the only thing I didn't do well in because it's dumb. But
4 minutes.
I did really well on the next one.
A warehouse door.
Yeah.
Delivery.
I actually did really good. Like better than the people I've watched. Honestly. But I just got fucked by this stupid 120-second combo that I didn't even try. I mean, I tried at the end, which is why I was able to get the third one, but not after using like every other possible option because I could not imagine it would be that. So anyway, I actually figured this shit out like just off the hat. I realized the options here weren't going to be great, so I moved over to this.
A warehouse door.
And I opened it. That allowed this thing. I did that really well. So there it is. And then it's something like go through another door. This part I never really did because I never had time for it. I looked this one up, technically.
A warehouse door.
Listen to knock is not gonna work. So maybe it is the...
A warehouse
or maybe
door.
it is back to F.
Delivery.
Maybe. Or maybe it's this. Oh no, it's this. Okay, good. Control panel B.
Is this some kind of...
And then it's not the fighting game combo, so we have enough time for either. And the thing is down, so it's raised.
Understood.
This was done last week. I haven't seen it since last week. I mean, I watched other people, but I watched it last week. Most people can't seem to remember what they did just after they did it, which is impressive. Bad. But anyway, new stuff. Yes, that works. That was the answer all along. Jumping through and kicking the guy out of the way.
It appears Iris was saved. Barely.
Saved by you, specifically.
That shadow must be...
Woohoo! Not bad. Even though I most people fail this one, though, from what I've seen. And they don't feel half as well as I do. But anyway, whatever. Oh yeah, there was also a secret thing, and it was on like the edge. But you saw I only had 83 seconds left. I didn't really want to waste it. Is my sound? Yeah, good. Sometimes I look at the volume and I see no bars on either of them. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Then I start speaking and it's like, oh, okay, so it's just not capturing anything right now.
Iris was in the
Like, because you have two sound bars, as it were, to recognize audio and OBS. You have desktop audio and you have mic aux. And neither was showing anything. I was like, what the hell's going on? Am I muted this entire time? Obviously not.
Yes, we saw.
An unidentified figure tried to stab Iris to death.
I think they succeeded. Unfortunately.
And Date and Aiba.
Who is that figure?
Probably so himself.
True, he could imagine himself in his Somnium that way. Mr. Date's ego algorithm processed the figure into that particular image.
What are you people talking about? If you're quite done here, hurry up and release me.
Do I have it? Do I have the new one? Probably not. Yeah, I don't have it. God damn it. But I could play it from... No. From... Here. I need to add this one. That's barely audible. Still have to work on that. Oh well. Sure. He looks tired. The medicine hasn't fully worn off yet. It makes him a bit dazed. We'll look at all the stuff. Different strings of characters and numbers continue to scroll on the monitor. This monitor's turned off. I always like going to all of these because there may be some interesting dialogue. There always tends to be something hidden. There's no at least the sync room. I've seen other people miss quite a few stuff because they don't bother. A metal shelf. I quite like the smaller dialogues. I opened the binder. It's a map of Shinjuku. A binder. That doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get one every time, but still want all the little things I can get. It's a shame we don't have a way of like marking which ones I need to see. Like there's no like Danganronpa show of it. A locker. What would I give to be trapped in there with Reiko? Nice. A locker in the corner. I don't know if it's Reiko. Anyway. You can see the sync machine through the window. Whatever. About Iris, why did you call Shoko? You killed Iris, didn't you?
Come to think of it, I still haven't heard your explanation for this. 2 days ago, you called Shoko Nadami just after 9 p.m. Why?
That is a private matter that I will not discuss with you.
It's amazing the amount of power this guy seems to think he has, given that he's under interrogation. What is your alibi for Shoko Nadami?
What were you doing at 5 p.m. 2 days ago?
Reading a book at home. You can ask my housekeeper or my bodyguards. They will confirm that for you.
I mean, they are your workers, so if they didn't confirm and choose to lie in your name, you'd probably get rid of them and maybe worse. So, I mean, I don't think I can really trust those people. Because I can't trust him.
That does match what the bodyguard said earlier.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
But they're like family to him.
Not just family, they are worse than family. They're surrogates. They are, if that's the right word, they are, you know, kind of in his pocket.
They're not above telling a lie to protect their boss.
Worse than that, like the family might at least, you know, come clean. They really, for their own protection, need to be working for him in every sense. About Iris, you killed Iris, didn't you?
I've been telling you, I don't know anything.
That's impossible. I saw Iris in your dream. You have to have some memory of her.
What are you talking about? I don't understand a word of this.
Even if he has a memory, but he may not recognize her. But then again, no, he showed him a picture and told him it was Iris, so he does have memory. He's just lying. Because he must have been able to realize that that's her name, since we gave a picture of her.
I didn't.
Are you planning on acting dumb all night? How did you know Iris was stabbed?
I heard it.
That could be anything. That could be anything. Hearing something, why would you come to that conclusion? Of all things, why would you come to one of the most disturbing conclusions? Also not try to, you know, like, figure out what the hell was going on if you heard it. And you seemed very calm walking out when you heard it. If you heard it, why were you so calm? Like, so none of that adds up.
What?
On my way to this place, I heard that woman over
Like,
there
the
talking.
video that we have of him walking out is not one of him like, you know, oh god, I heard a stabbing. You know, he was like, yeah, sure. Clearly, he was happy with it, right?
Something about a girl who got stabbed in the back.
What?
Are you talking about me?
Hmm? Yeah, I've always had my suspects on the boss.
Yes, you.
I don't remember exactly what I said. It's possible that I mentioned a body with stab wounds to the back.
Boss.
Look at his face.
It is impossible to determine now.
I've always, you know, from like at the end of the first episode, mentioned that I don't trust the boss. So who knows what is in store with that.
He very well may not have seen Iris's
That's
body.
already on record.
No. He still must have.
How would he know about the stabbing? I mean, seriously.
He was in the warehouse.
But does that mean we can conclude for certain that he saw the corpse?
How does he know it was a stabbing? Because he heard her say it? What the fuck? When did he hear her say it? How was she anywhere near that? What? On your way to this place. So how would you know about that back then? See, this doesn't make any sense. Color's drained from his face. Sure. Computer looks the same as usual. Sure, I wonder if they'll make a joke about that. How does syncing work? About the mysterious figure. What is the ego algorithm you mentioned? Yes, that is an interesting one. Right here. The boss is standing there. About the Somnium earlier. Can we get an arrest warrant for so? Did the crime scene investigation team report anything? We were told that they looked around and couldn't find anything, but maybe that was the other place. I want to hear this.
Imagine the human brain as being made up of two elements: memory and algorithmic structure. The former is preferable because the latter can be problematic.
Preferable for what?
It can output things based on the inputs it is given.
So it's flawed. Dependent upon independent.
To make this easier to understand, compare this to a computer.
Yeah, your user makes a mistake.
Memory is like your data stored on a hard disk. The algorithm is the program. This program controls everything, from higher cognitive functions to primitive instinct.
It's more like the Delomba God.
This program is what creates the phenomenon of consciousness.
Really? I'll keep going.
In short, it is your ego algorithm, what you call your mind. Recognition, cognition, consciousness. All of these processes are incomprehensible without the ego algorithm.
Really?
However, the Wadjet system is revolutionizing the way we think about consciousness.
The Wadjet system controls my core programming.
Using Wadjet, we could map the neural circuitry of the human brain. And we discovered a specific circuit that is key to the phenomenon of consciousness. However, we human beings are still unable to fully grasp it. It's far too complicated. But even if we don't understand it, we can still use it. You don't have to understand electromagnetism to use a microwave oven. The Wadjet system is how we are able to extract the sinker's consciousness.
But you do need to... You don't need to understand electromagnetism to use a microwave, but you do need to understand electromagnetism to make a microwave.
That is what makes syncing possible.
About the mysterious figure, how does syncing work? Sure, let's move on to this.
During a sync, the sinker's consciousness, or ego, is brought into the subject's somnium. They enter the subconscious mind, or more accurately, sink into it. At this time, the sinker's memories are left in their original body.
What? Oh, I see, because I'm moving obviously to the target. So they just move their ego over, but leave their memory. So they can absorb the memory of the other person. Or at least not necessarily absorb, but witness it. So, okay, so the reason why there's a 6-minute limit is because after the 6-minute limit, their ego algorithm may decay. So potentially, if left in for a long enough time, the sinker will become a vegetable.
Picture an egg. The ego is the egg yolk that goes into the subject's brain.
Yeah.
The sinker's memories are the whites, which remain in the shell. The Sinker, or rather the Sinker as their pure ego, experiences the subject's somnium. But to be precise, it is not only ego. When synced, a modicum of memory data does get sent into the subject's brain. Imagine separating an egg yolk from its whites. No matter how you try, some of the egg whites will always stick to the yolk. This is just like that.
But you're making it sound like the... It's really weird. He's making it sound like the... It's kind of like the opposite, because he's making it sound like the ego is the core, and the memory is the whites, the not core of the egg, of the brain. You know. When I would have thought it would be the other way around, that the memory would be the yolk and that the whites would be the ego around it, or whatever, like the hard drive and the program. Because like the yolk should be the hard drive and the white should be the program, not the other way around. About the mysterious figure. That's the mysterious figure in front of me.
The subject of the sync remembers certain persons or objects that appear in Somnium. But they might not have a clear form. Our dreams are sometimes vague or unclear after all. Even the subject of the dream themselves. I told you earlier that the Sinker experiences the dream from the perspective of an observer.
The subject is the actors, the director, the scriptwriter, the author. You're just the audience. The Sinker is just the audience.
That is why the person creating the dream can appear within it. But perhaps they do not have an objective view of themselves.
For sure, given that they can't see themselves unless they use a mirror or something.
Like a mirror or picture. Perhaps he's never watched himself on television.
Yeah.
Rare for a politician, but not unheard of. He lacks that objective picture of himself.
Sure.
He remains stoic and unattached despite his position
This
of
is assuming
power.
that it was him.
I find that quite powerful. To be able to put your ego aside and see yourself as God sees you
God? You're a scientist. What the fuck?
is an ability many charismatic people share.
Really? About the mysterious figure.
He may not have a rational, objective assessment of himself. So, even if this figure is ambiguous,
It could be so.
indeed.
Could be so. Indeed so. Indeed so. Can we get an arrest warrant for So? So what? About this Somnium earlier, did the crime scene investigation team report anything? I'm pretty sure we already asked for that and got nothing. But, well.
No, nothing yet.
Yeah.
They arrived a while ago, but that warehouse is owned by Okira Fishery.
I know.
It is.
Iba, can you check to see if it's the Okiura we know?
Whatever Okia is. About Somnium earlier, can we get an arrest warrant for So? I think the last one should be the top one.
I saw it on the monitor. Iba saving Iris as she was being stabbed. Of course, since you and Iba are one and the same, it's like you saved her, Date.
Right.
But that was just a dream. It's not real.
She's dead.
Saving her in Somnium won't save her now. I'm sorry.
I'm not surprised.
Date, the investigation team is calling.
This is Date from Abyss. What happened?
Hey, sorry Sorry to call you out of the blue.
No, I mean, you are the thin blue line.
There's something we want to check. Is now a good time?
Sure, what is it?
You said you found a body at Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. The one at Ariake? Warehouse District?
Don't tell me there's now a second body. And don't tell me it's her mother. Oh, God.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Why? What happened?
It's, not here.
Oh, okay. It's been removed. Fuck, it's like the Celeste trial on Danganronpa. God damn it. It's with the fucking dummy and dolly and shit.
What's not there?
We searched all over the warehouse. We didn't find any bodies.
And it was frozen to try and remove any form of like lingering evidence. Probably like white, the area was wiped clean from like fingerprints or anything like that. It's not good. Cold Storage Warehouse, Sunday, 11:25 p.m.
What do you mean there's no body?
Ain't nobody.
Yeah, we looked everywhere, but nothing.
Date, I am not doubting you. However, are you sure?
Are you not here with me?
Yes, I'm sure. I saw it. I know I saw it.
Which means Isla must have saw it.
I saw Iris's body with my own right eye.
And what about your left? So therefore Iva should have seen it. We weren't not having her, right? Or was Iva like being a diversion or like getting the footage?
Then perhaps someone moved the body between the time we left and CSI arrived.
No, there's another possibility.
There is?
Sargon Residence, Sunday, 11:58 p.m.
Date?
Iris!
The
What
fuck
are
is
you
that?
doing? Barging in without ringing the doorbell? Oh, you see, Mizuki ended up staying at my place. Something wrong?
The world changed.
Day 4 Monday. See your AI. Is this gonna be about how if you tamper with certain things, then you know that classic fucking concept about if you tamper with the past and you change the future? But in this case, if you tamper with somniums, you change the future. You know that fucking classic like Bill and Ted's adventure style storyline whereby they go, "Hey, Patrick, he's on drugs." Yeah, but I mean, I used to be on drugs. I used to be on Lefepperman. Good to see you, girl. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. We're back in it. We did the Somnium. I started by doing the Somnium and got everything right. I only had 80 seconds, but I got everything right. I didn't get the stupid thing, but I remember from last week. It's really frustrating what happened to me last week. I was very upset. I love this game. This game's really cool. And I suppose it's easier to take having watched other people also fail this one. That's a big one. The last Somnium. That the other people that I watched, the other streamers I watched also failed the Somnium. And this was my first failure. No. Happy birthday. Hey. No, I believe you were here, just lurking. I always try and keep an eye on who's here. I'm pretty sure you have been here, just lurking. But either way, no worries, no worries. Happy birthday, absolutely. Your birthday's actually very similar to mine. Because mine was the 26th. You know that day that I streamed Pokemon? You can see it in the VODs. Pokemon Conquest. That day was my birthday. Happy birthday, yeah, absolutely. Pisces. Maybe Aquarius. I'm Capricornus. Awesome, lovely. Well, it's great to see you again, Patrick. I hope you're doing well. I hope things are going well for you. Thanks, thank you. Cheers. So yeah, I kind of got over my initial upset of losing the Somnium last week. And, you know, the fact that it was so dumb, the loss was so dumb. It was not something which, like, Bobbers U has upset me, and I can't go back to that game because I'm not able to solve puzzles which do have their own logical, reasonable answer, but you have to be able to be clever enough or whatever, understand mechanics enough to see it. And that's more upsetting because it's a genuine, proper puzzle. This I lost because of stupid fighting game combo nonsense, which nobody, and I watched other people, would think was reasonable. I mean, that's like, you're trying to be clever, you're trying to be piece things together and be careful about your options. Yeah, it's something, man. Yeah! Yes, no sushi indeed. Does Morgana like sushi? Especially as a cat. Yeah, you know, like, it's easier to take when I feel like it's the game's fault for throwing something so left field and silly and screw me over, especially if something's that big. Like, it's gonna be a joke, at least put it at like 10 seconds so there's no consequence to choosing it. Not 120. But either way, we finished that, and now we're moving on to the next one. I'm hoping to do as well as I can in this game, but that obviously means that I'm trying to choose wisely, and I felt like the last thing in choosing wisely would be an answer like that. But either way, having watched other people, having seen their reactions to that choice, everybody that I've seen knows it's a joke answer. Some people go immediately for the joke answer because they actually think it's funny, whatever. Point is, they also failed, and like, I don't feel so bad. So we're just moving on. Oh, I know.
Iba and I saved Iris during the sink yesterday.
The Mizuki hates sushi. The Morgana loves sushi, I didn't know. But the Mizuki hates sushi, yes. Because I remember looking up the details when in that cool little, and I imagine you remember it too, conversation when Mizuki is sitting in the sink machine and we're like trying to calm her down and say, hey, afterwards let's go for one of 4 options, and I look it up and I realize that she doesn't like sushi. Remember going on another stream and making up lines to a point everyone's looking for the pain in the ass. No! Mission failed, I presume. But Mizuki's lovely. And it's really cool to have an emote of it. I really like that emote. So anyway, yeah. And I love this music as well. Then again, what a surprise. It's not the same composer like Masafumi Takada, but it's still great.
She wasn't killed.
True, but that was only a dream.
Maybe the dream changed reality.
There you go. No, that's what I was trying to talk about just before you got here, Petri, is that maybe this game is going to be one big Bill and Ted adventure. That classic, like, cliche concept of if you go back in time, then you change the future and things can turn out all sorts of weird, and then you have these stories where they're having to go back to the time that they changed so that they can put everything back. The Simpsons does it too. There's a lot of things that do it. But in this case, instead of time, it's Somnium. What? I mean, I'd want Mizuki, personally. I mean, AI, or Iris Sargon, I should say, isn't bad either, but yeah, I'd choose Mizuki if I could.
Impossible.
Then how else would you explain it? Iris came back to life.
Yeah. RC car. I like always going to all the objects. Hey, a remote control car.
If only I could control you with a remote.
Then I wouldn't find out your secrets and that maybe you're behind the whole thing, boss.
Make you do this, make you do that.
Yay! Hopefully she never died. But I mean, even then, technically, does it matter if they died if they're now alive again? I mean, I would say that doesn't make realistic sense. Though, I love how this game touches on complex genetics and science and shit. Brain and like... What's the study of the brain called? I can't remember. I think it's osteopathy. I can't remember what it's called. But it's really cool because I have a tendency to trust, not necessarily trust blindly, but at least listen to the flavor text behind games like these. Because in the past, Danganronpa has had a lot of references, talk about a lot of different things like Japanese rugby players and all sorts of stuff that are all true. They're actually true. And I bet you could, if you researched enough, learn some things about, you know, all sorts of cool scientific stuff, which is cutting line and stuff. Big Nana, what? What's a Big Nana? Sorry, I'm dyspraxic. Sometimes I don't realize what point I'm talking about. But, like, let me think. String theory could also be another thing that they might be talking about, because this is very string theory-esque. They might give us some string theory material. Remote control car. Oh, okay. Oh, her manipulating me. Okay, that's all. Broom. Broom, broom. A broom is leaning against the wall. It's a volleyball.
I've been wondering.
A soccer ball. And now she's talking again. This is why I love doing these little things and going to all these bits. Because another thing I've noticed in my playthrough compared to other people, most people just run through the game. They don't want to look up any of the items, especially if they've seen it before. But personally, I'm like, I want to see everything and I want to click on everything every single time. Not only because they're green and I get drawn into clicking on the green shit, but also because I want all that backstory, like this.
Which balls are bigger? Yours or this soccer ball?
Well, I have two.
The soccer ball, obviously.
And if mine were bigger, I would be suffering testicular cancer. So a good thing too. Cabinet.
I can't believe it's not a raccoon.
What?
Okay, miss, we get it. You shave your legs and you have big boobs. Do something useful? I mean, she might be more useful than we could bargain for in the sense that she's done more than anyone by being the mastermind of this operation. Not good. I don't trust her still. The flag was big catch on it. It might be a massive red herring, but I felt like other people thought that AI, I heard other people playing this game were not AI. I keep saying AI when I mean Iris Sargon. A-Set, that's why I'm getting confused between A-Set and AI. A-Set was behind things, and you know, like, I felt that was a red herring. But who knows? Now that she's alive again, who knows? Maybe she did set up stuff. I'll pass. Yeah, I mean. I don't know how much I should say. I'm 31. That's when I'm at my birthday I turn, no, 32. 32? I'm 32. Yeah, I'm 32. I'm 32 now. I know I'm not him, of course, but still. I wonder how old he is. It says. Maybe he's 32 too. But I think it was multiples of 6. So then therefore he'd be like 30 or 36. I don't know. Either way, I'm 32. There is something I want to be able to do before I'm 40. But I have a ways to go. Not getting it? Come on. Oh, I think I know why. Give me a second. There we go.
You've still got a ways to go.
Still got a ways to go. Till I hit 40. But I would like it done before then. It's a very sad life, but oh well. I would not necessarily say no to her, is my point. But I'd only want to do it once. He's always a mannequin, but I'm not a big fan of all of that. I'm really not. Whatever. What's his friend Mario? Yay! I'm glad. That's awesome, Patrick. Is that because you feel closer to her? Because I do really like Mizuki. I've said that several times already. Pumpkin carved like a jack-o'-lantern.
Where should I put old Jack here?
I thought his name was Bill.
A pumpkin. A bookshelf. It has a ton of things stuffed in it. She has a computer on her desk. The type that has a monitor built in.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Yeah, let's not sing.
That song used to be copyrighted, you know?
Yeah, it was actual real song, wasn't it? It was like an actual like top of the pop star like actual song, which is fucking weird.
But now it's public domain and I can sing it to my heart's content.
That doesn't mean you should.
Don't you love it?
Not really. Happy birthday banner decoration! I do feel like I should try and do Twitch things at some point. It's not something I want to do particularly, unless I have like reason with like an audience that if I'm like, you know, doing well as a streamer. Where I think it would be pretty interesting. Darts machine! An electronic darts game. I'd like to see how well I do.
Holes, and the tip of the dart goes in, right?
So the darts board has all these holes into. What are you trying to say?
It's kind of sexual, don't you think?
I thought you would think that. Yeah.
I do not understand. What is sexual about it?
Penis! That and the part about her being weird. Oh, don't worry about that. It's always nice to talk though. Jack and babe. CLZ, huh? Yeah, CLZ's cool dude.
You don't want to know.
Electronic darts game. Snowboard.
We should go skiing.
That was out of nowhere.
Is that a no?
Of course it is. We're in the middle of an investigation.
She didn't say now.
What? You don't want to go night skiing on my bunny hills?
Bunny Hills.
I will not allow such scandalous behavior.
Why, will you come in between of us?
I was just kidding. What are you, jealous?
Maybe. No answer. Oh my. Skis. A police poster. A stationary bike. And a cuddly toy. Boy band poster.
I sleep with a different one every night.
Poster?
They're so fluffy.
What?
Oh, body pillow.
Okay. A boy band poster. Public bath door curtain. Map on the wall. A symbol. It's
Consider
a
it a
floaty.
good luck charm.
Nah.
So you don't drown when you sink.
Nice. Can we errata that off the record, please? Oh boy. Christmas tree.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, Christmas tree. Merry Christmas.
It's November.
Is it? I think we got heard of that before. A decorated Christmas tree. That's been here since the first time I was in this room. Plastic. Plastic. I think I saw that last time. Poster again. There's a germane pennant adorning the wall. Yeah, this is a horrid thing to talk about last time. Mysterious mask is displayed on the wall. I hated the thing they said. Mysterious mask is
Grandpa. Answer me, Grandpa.
what the fuck? I'm really worried about her mental health now. Mysterious mask is displayed on the wall. A sober restaurant door curtain, which we can barely see because I can't move any more right or up than that. Like, you've probably heard now some of the music that I listen to. And also, you say you're Brazilian. I love the fact that you're Brazilian, by the way. Because when I was a kid, we had this Yamaha keyboard, and there was... I love it. I feel like I connect with Brazilians a lot. When I was a kid, we had this Yamaha keyboard. It's quite a well-known one. It had like songs to the right, styles and voices or whatever on the left, and so on. You could choose up to like 40 different songs. And the song style I liked the most. Can you guess what it was? It's a style of music I really enjoy, and I have in my Shadowverse playlist. I do plan to play more Shadowverse because of a number of different things. Joe Zija has been doing some Shadowverse and giving some attention to that game, so that's good to bring that game back into the spotlight. Grand Blue Versus has now a fighting game that people are interested in, so that's going to bring some attention to that as well. But yeah, I've been kind of enjoying, at least the last time we actually won a couple of games. It was nice. Makes a change. I wonder if you could translate this for me. Probably gonna have to cut that out, unfortunately, from my YouTube stuff. I added a YouTube video, by the way. I uploaded one, published one. Jumping Flash. I managed to beat the game in one sitting, which is nice. But, you know, whatever. I apologize to any YouTube viewers that might be there. Try listening to it, I think you'll like it. Yes, I'm so sorry. My links are shitty because of Moobot, so they don't come up. I need to figure out how to fucking turn that off. Let me try this. Try now. So like my Shadow stuff, that's my music. It's entirely my music. Maybe I found it from various different sources, including a few from other streamers, but it's entirely my music. I love chill out, bossa nova-esque stuff. I absolutely love it. And while we're at it, that's not the only one that I have that's Portuguese. I honestly don't know. The other option that we have is if you put it in my suggestions box. I asked Dank to do this the other day because he had a way of knowing how to retrieve games from stream. So if you were to put it in the suggestions box, little thing below the stream, below the channel, on the page, then hopefully that would work. I'm sorry that I can't seem to get this sorted. I don't know why it doesn't work. It's really weird. I don't know what exactly it is that is preventing it. It should have worked. Up here it isn't on this most recent message. No worries. Thank you. I'll need to reset this. I don't think that would be it. Maybe. It is today. Yeah, here it is. Okay, I got it. Spoilers. Samugi Shiragane's Long and Short Festival. And what's spoilerish about that? There's nothing spoiler about Samugi Shirogane. Nothing at all. Okay, I got it. I just said out the title so that you know I have it now. Anyway, let's get back to it. Ivor jumped out of my eye socket. Of course you did. About Renju, a dream-catching changing reality. About Okura Fishery.
I have done some research.
Yeah, we asked you to in the lab.
As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okuras.
And is it the same one?
The same Okuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Why
Another
wouldn't
connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
Other persons.
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is
I
suspicious.
mean, other people. I don't know why people sometimes use the word
I would
persons.
suggest searching the warehouse again.
Why would other persons be more appropriate than other people?
You may be able to discover why Iris was resurrected.
You say resurrected, so you believe us, which is nice, but seems strange, isn't it? Okay. But I don't want to do that yet. Dream-changing reality about Renju.
Mizuki went to Blue Park 3 nights ago. She was prompted by a Nile message from Renju.
In denial. Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious. Please come to Bloom Park's merry-go-round right away.
There are 3 possibilities. 1. Renju killed Shoko, or was an accessory to the murder. 2. Renju was threatened or blackmailed into luring Mizuki to the scene. 3. The culprit used Renju's phone to send the Nile message. In any case, the motive is still unknown. We need to talk to Renju.
Renju? Where did you go?
The hospital, but then you ran away. The dream-changing reality.
It is absurd. Not possible.
Other words for
Dreams are figments of the imagination. An incident which took place entirely in your mind cannot have any bearing on the real world. That is preposterous. Consider it. If you were to find money in your dream, does your bank account balance go up in reality?
I mean, you said there's examples where things did not happen. Does not mean that other examples do or do not.
If you were to be attacked by aliens in your dream, does a swarm of UFOs invade Earth?
I mean, sure, of course. Thank God that our minds aren't that powerful, because a lot of mistakes with them being made. It's very difficult to control it, but, you know.
But at the warehouse,
You must have been hallucinating.
So she doesn't.
Within Mizuki's Somnium, you saw Iris's frozen corpse.
Which is why I was like earlier going like, oh cool, she believes us. See? She says here earlier, you may be able to discover why Iris was resurrected. Not, you might be able to discover why you were hallucinating, or what you mistook.
It is affecting your mental state.
That is probably some hookers now that mom then. No! Well, who is your father, really? That's my question.
Last night, you were so fazed
Although
by
she
it that
herself
you couldn't
said
speak.
then she was her dad, so maybe.
If it bothers you to this degree, why not go talk to Iris?
Just tell Iris dreamed her naked, yeah. Yeah. Where's Iris now? Where's Renju?
cell phone is on. I can trace her via GPS. She is currently somewhere in the Lemniscate building.
Okay.
You asked Mama at Marble for information regarding Renju Okiura, correct?
Yeah, and she directed us to Yakuza.
It is possible she may have something for you by now.
Lovely. I asked Moma, opposed to Mama, for information too. But I had to promise him a meeting with Iris. Moma can wait for now.
We can talk to Iris's mom as well. She was Renju's classmate, right? Iba told me about her. Congressman Sejima is suspicious in more ways than one. Exhibit A. 3 days ago, so-called Shoko Nadami's phone. We still don't know exactly why. He only told us it was meant to be private. Exhibit B.
What? Oh, okay. Sure.
So Sejima was at Okiura
That's
Fishery
how I
Warehouse
born?
last
No,
night.
I just want Mizuki.
But he didn't inform us of this. There must be something he doesn't want us knowing.
So Sejima was at the Okiura Fishery Warehouse last night. Influenced this. Yeah.
Exhibit C. So was in Iris's Somnium.
I'm sorry, what? What did you just say, Angelica?
So was in Iris's Somnium.
Could you repeat that for me?
So was in Iris's Somnium.
Were you reading the script? Do you know the story? Are you awake, boss? Hello, boss! What up, boss? You're hallucinating, boss. You might want to get that checked out, boss.
So was in Iris's Somnium.
How did we get into Iris's Somnium?
So was in Iris's
When
Somnium.
she's dead. She doesn't even have a Somnium now. She's dead.
So was in Iris's Somnium.
Alright, glad to clarify that up. Sorry, what was that? One more time.
So was in Iris's Somnium.
Okay, I thought you said that.
Dreams are constructed from memories.
What the fuck?
Yet the good congressman denies he ever knew Iris.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, and he knows Iris is the girl that he knew. Even if he didn't know her name when he met her, when he formed a memory of her, he knows her now because we put a picture in front telling him that he was Iris, or she was Iris. So he know, it's just like he knows about the stabbing because he overheard the boss, presumably. He also knows that her name is Iris, so he must know who he looked at. About prophetic dreams, sure.
Stranger things have been known to happen. 2 days ago, Date found Iris's frozen corpse in Mizuki's Somnium. It must have been a prophecy.
Boss.
There's a lot of stuff in this world that can't be explained by science.
Boss's knack for change is one of her good qualities. Not when she's changing the events that happened. Like talking about So being in Iris's Somnium. Not having beliefs is what she believes in. So she's what, an atheist? That is how she established herself as a major player in the police department. Yes, that alone meant that she became a major player in the police department. How stupid. Because she believed what she wanted to. What the fuck? It also is the kind of ideology of a psychopath. Dream-changing reality where
Date and Iba saved Iris and Somnium. And that changed the history of the real world?
the Bill and Ted adventure thing with all changing the history. changes the present.
Well, I guess it's not impossible.
That isn't what you said yesterday.
That was then, this is now. A woman's mind changes with the phases of the moon, you know.
I mean, I know she's pretty, what's the word? Vulgar? But, I mean, if a man was to bring that up, he'd be in the words of good old Dylan Moran. Have you looked at the moon? Have you seen the moon? Have you seen the moon, by any chance? Let me see if I can bring that one up. I might as well go with it. I don't know if this is gonna work.
I used to manage my team.
Not you, shut up.
Because the thing is, he had gone for the easy relationship, which is with the dog. That's not challenging. The dog never says anything difficult to you, like at meal times. Doesn't turn around and go, "Why do you do that thing with your mouth? Are you always going to do that?
I can't tell if I can find it. It's gonna be hard to find.
Life. All the dog ever says is, "I can't believe you came home again. I can't believe you came home again." Is that it? Is that all the challenge you want in your life?
But there's a moment. Like Totally is like probably my favorite ever stand-up.
It's very stimulating. Who asks me deep philosophical
any
questions
comedian's
that are hard
ever
to
done.
answer. Like
This
she
is
walks
not
in the kitchen
that.
and see me and go,
But it might have the same joke.
"You wearing that shirt?"
About
He's looking that way.
this sort of
But we're going out.
thing.
Out of the house. People will see me with you. Works out rather well for you. You look like you make a living fighting pigs in a hole.
Ah, there
As
we
if you
go.
fucking And it's fairly amazing to think of the ludicrous taboos that persist amongst us informed, intelligent, able people, just from biology. For all these years, it is still a difficult thing to talk about menstruation with a woman if you're male. And you find this out as a young man very quickly. Because you're talking to somebody and you're saying, listen, I agree with everything you're carving on the kitchen table. I do. I really, really do. But do you think it's possible that you may feel this way, perhaps, because of your That first high kick to the thorax generally does the trick.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. And then there's a later part in that, which he doesn't seem to have in this particular part, but like that says from then on you address it in the most casual way possible. Like, have you seen the moon? The phases of the moon. That's really the part that relates to this. Goddamn, I wish I could find it.
And I think sometimes I'd love to be like you. I might put it in my pocket and give it to clowns killing each other. I'm even walking towards them. I wasn't aware of that.
I'm not finding it. Goddamn. And like the actual, like the full piece, the full like totally is an hour show. 2 hours, but it's an hour long. I mean, I can't run through all of that, but
more difficult to be female. I grant you that. Because the body's more complicated. You know, if you're born a woman, all these things happen to you. You're a baby, then a child, then a girl, then a girl, woman, and all these things are going on. It's this constant opera where the masks keep falling to the floor throughout your life.
Who am I?
I don't know. Watch out, I'm fucking nuts. And then, if you're a male, you know, you're born, you have a finger up your nose and the other hand on your dick, and you get taller. And that is really it.
I have watched this so many times because I absolutely love this.
Women are more supportive of one another around children.
It's
if
my
a woman
favorite
gets
stand-up
pregnant,
show.
you know, other women pitch in and
It's
they sort of talk
good.
about it, and it's far more useful. You know, when
I
men
relate to it
are
all
about
the
to have
time.
a child, if they have young male single friends, they're not so good. You know this. You know, your male friends arrive and they stand there and they look at you and they come and see the baby and they don't really know how to deal with it. You know, they don't
I can't
get it,
fuck
'cause
anything.
They go,
Why am
well,
I
I'm
here?
You know, your house is a medley of disgusting smells. There's nothing to eat. Everybody's wearing bathrobes. There's no bar. I can't fuck anybody. Why am I here? And women tend to be more mature. You know,
Men look at
at
breasts
breasts
like
the way
women
women
look at babies.
babies.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Oh, isn't that lovely? And they... If a woman gets pregnant, all the women she's ever met in her whole life will appear from all corners of the earth to support her by telling her horror stories of all the pregnancies they've ever heard about. It's fantastic what
The
you're
baby
doing. I
came
love
out
the
of
way
her
you're handling
ear.
this. It won't be like what happened to Michelle. What? What happened to Michelle? Oh, did I say Michelle? I didn't mean to mention that. I'm sorry. Don't worry. She was a fool. She ate vegetables and drank water. The baby came out her ear. You'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. Nothing will happen to you. She can't sit down now. Nobody in the family talks to one another. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh well.
You have to...
I can't find it. But I found that earlier part, at least. I absolutely love that show. No, I don't even say anything. Shut up, man. I'm always fine. I didn't even have my first period yet. Indeed. She is a slut, yes. But that whole thing about a woman's mind changes with the phases of the moon. Like, what the fuck else does she mean apart from periods? Are you serious?
No, it doesn't.
It does if you're talking about periods.
Anyway, I believe in Date. I trust him more than anyone else in Abyss.
She trusts me more than anyone? Is she just trying to look for my trust? Like, I trust you so much, I love you. Oh, I love you too. I trust you too. Good, so I am the mastermind. You didn't see that coming. Fuck you. We're so now. So what? Boss is sitting on the desk.
I sent him home yesterday.
Oh, did you?
You released him?
Thank you for releasing me. Oh yeah, this is one that's really fucking quiet. I need to be able to turn up, but I can't.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro.
Where is it? There it is.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Thank you for releasing me, Spyro.
Alright, go.
What was I supposed to do? We can't hold him without solid proof. What we saw with Iris hasn't happened yet.
In any case, we have to speak with him again.
Summary.
There are 4 people I should talk to. Sosajima, Iris and Hitomi Sagan, and Mama. And I need to check the warehouse one more time.
We have many avenues of investigation.
Let's get moving.
Let me have a look. It's just gonna be this, and we're gonna go straight into Lemon Escape. Okay, fair enough. So there's not gonna be a cutscene. Lemon Escape Monday. Monday. Hola, Boba.
I am so right now.
You're so angry right now. Oh my god.
Who says that?
She did.
Why are you angry?
You backed out on your Shovel Forge promise.
Oh, that's true.
I didn't make any promises.
Yeah, you fucking did. Don't you bullshit.
You promised me a date, though.
Yeah. He is a date. A date.
I did go to your house.
Lovely.
2 minutes before midnight. And you didn't even take me anywhere.
Yeah, because we only had 2 minutes.
We could have gone somewhere. Iturup, Kunashir, Shikotan, Habomai?
How are you?
Absolutely not.
Then you should have come earlier.
I'm sorry, girl. I thought stamina was...
Well,
a good thing. Hello, you're annoying. I want to know your measurement.
I'm 5'4".
I just don't know the measurement.
That is clearly not what you meant.
She's stupid, don't worry about it. Although, to be fair, it's actually kind of a sensible response. Secretly a genius. Dodging the question. The receptionist sitting behind the desk. Oh, where's the huge breast? Can I have your contact information? What's your type? A. O. AB. Who's gonna bet that's gonna be the response? Oh, I'm type A.
Well, I like guys that like New Guinea fruit bats and yellow spotted neck turtles.
You're really fucking weird.
I cannot even picture that.
Nice. I wanna know where Andrew is. Can I have your contact info?
I want to too. We've been looking for him. We've been getting so many calls, it's hard to keep up with.
You're hideous. Has anyone ever told you that? Can I have your contact information? I'd rather throw it in the gutter. So I can throw it in the gutter.
Well, because it may lead to something in the future.
Wanting to date you, then. Hey, the more the merrier.
I don't know.
This is what I heard.
Date, we're on an investigation.
Just let me have this.
I hate that phrase. Just let me have this. Because it's like, don't emotionally blackmail someone who is no right. Or rather, you know, like they're trying to emotionally blackmail you for something that they have no right for. For literally no other reason than their desire. Absolutely hate that fucking phrase. It's so childish and like awful. Can I have your contact information?
That's enough. I'll come right out of your eye socket if you don't stop.
Okay, maybe she'll like the magic trick.
I'm serious.
Do it.
I'm going to pop out.
Ah. Iba flew out of my left eye and started dancing on the desk, and she loved it! She wasn't expecting that, was she? Oh. Never mind. Receptionist immediately fainted. Iris saw the whole thing and also fainted. And so my story ended. The end. Wow. But I couldn't let that happen, so I decided not to ask her for information. Lame. That's the receptionist desk. Reception desk. The company logo. Lemniscate. Apparently I heard, by the way, from one of the people I was watching their videos of playing this game, that the designer, creator of this entire thing had made a YouTube channel using the voice actors of the characters that we see based on like the streaming career of ASAP. Iris. And knowing about her real name and all sorts of other spoiler info, which I'm really glad I didn't watch prior to playing this game. And when I saw the experience of this individual, the streamer, well, I could mention, but I'm choosing not to at the moment. I mean, he's a cool dude. I like him, and I've hosted him before. But he said things like, you know, how the stuff that he knew going into this game, and it, you know, became more and more apparent that he was pretty heavily spoiled on it. He was quite happy to watch it prior, but I think, honestly, it's great to know about this, but I want to use it as withdrawal symptom relief. Withdrawal relief. If you know what I mean. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I do like that. I mean, in that case, I might as well not bother to try and find the thing. But I think it is Lemniscate, the name of it. Yeah, I subscribe to it. Here it is. So I'm definitely going to be watching those after I beat this game. A plant.
Dante, look!
Ants! Oh my god, the ants! Is that it? Again?
It's a pterophilic camellifolia. Look!
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yay! Yay!
Yay! Go away!
Go pterophilic camellifolia!
Put that on your banner. Iva gets awfully excited about insects. Yes, she does. A plant. Go, random streptococcus. You know, whatever, streptococcus sort of thing. Go, viruses. Yay! Fucking creep. Crazy. Magazine rack. Lots of magazines in that rack. Speaking of. Special how to make good soba. I'll bring that one home for later. It's a monitor, nothing is displayed on it. It's a sofa. Is it so far?
I didn't say so fat.
Yeah, you said so far. It was a really terrible joke. A large window. A vending machine full of drinks.
That's a high table.
Date, I don't understand.
Well, it's higher than the other table.
You want me to say hi to this table?
No, you dumbass.
That's not what I said.
It's a high table. There are high stools around the table. Promotional videos of the agency talents are playing.
Shinsentratran.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, Jackie Lostro, what did you say?
It's Shinsentratran.
Shinsentratran.
It's Shinsentratran.
Shinsentratran.
It's Shinsentratran.
Oh, fuck.
Who's that?
What is it? Shinsentratran's video is playing. That is a mouthful. Shinsentratran. Shinsentratran. I can only do it slowly. Shinsentratran. I can't speak it fast. Shinsentratran. Shinsentratran. Nah. Shinsentratran. Like, that's the fastest I can say it. A door. There's probably an office back there. I saw your body.
Iris, promise you won't laugh.
I was horny.
I saw something at the cold storage warehouse last night.
What?
Your dead body. I told you not to laugh.
But come on, Date. I'm alive. I'm right here. Look, I can jump around. Woohoo! Woohoo!
Stop, I'm serious. In my dream, I saved you from being killed. And here you are. Which is why I was like that when I went to your house yesterday. Sorry, there's no point in telling you all this.
No, it's fine. Sorry for laughing. I just didn't know what was up with you.
Huh?
I believe you, Date. Maybe you were in a parallel world or something.
String fairy.
Another bizarre explanation.
Yeah, we're talking about string fairy again. Alright, she's looking at me. Where's Renju? Oldest cat call ever. That's a cat call? Jesus. I mean, she's winning cat ears. What about him? I don't need to hide it. I told her about Renju's disappearance.
A traffic accident? I'm worried.
Any idea where he could have
You're
gone?
worried.
I'm sorry, no.
I'm sorry, no. Do you know Sosajima, the politician? It's Monday, no school. Why was your phone off yesterday?
It is Monday. But it's a holiday.
Bank holiday?
No school today? Duh.
Oh, right. It's a holiday.
Okay, it's a holiday.
Did you forget too?
That's why I'm at Lemniscate today. We're going to do a recording session for a show soon.
That doesn't sound like a holiday. Do you know Sosajima, politician? Why was your phone off yesterday?
I know you were mad about our date, but why was your phone off? I couldn't get a hold of you.
About the late night visitor.
Last night around 2 a.m., someone visited you. Who was it? And you left the house as well. Where did you go?
You really want to know?
Yes.
And you'd do anything for the answer.
Yes.
All right then, Shovel Forge.
Wow, that's a fairly easy, you know, trade.
No.
The fuck, Dade?
Then go on a date with me.
God, is this like the same shit every time?
Again, no.
But you owe me for yesterday.
So why did you believe him in this time? Why are you asking for a second thing when the first hasn't even been
I told you I couldn't get a hold of you.
done?
Objection.
That's copyrighted.
Even if you did get a hold of me, you didn't want to see me anyway, right? Until you fulfill your promise, I won't tell you anything. I've seen him on TV.
Ever met him?
No.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
Summarize for me.
So, what are we doing?
What do you mean?
For our date, of course.
Go on a date? Don't go on a date? Oh, wow. Nice. Alright, sure. Can we talk to her more? No.
Fine.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yay! Yay! So you'll play Shovel Forge with me?
No, the date.
I will not.
So we'll go on a date then.
Yes.
Deal. And you have to honor our agreement this time.
I can't believe it.
Oh, but we can't go right away. I have a recording coming up.
Yeah, you said.
I should be done by 3 though.
Tessa, we're starting soon.
Got it! So, Date, meet me back here at 3? If you ditch me, I will be beyond furious.
What is beyond furious? Fast?
Anyway, bye for now. Peace!
Piece. Pieces. How many pieces? Iris smiled and strolled over to the studio.
There is no point remaining here. Let's get moving.
Whoa. Okay. Not everything has to be about sex. Sejima Resonance, Marvel, Sagon Resonance, Cold Storage Warehouse. I don't know, man. Cutscene? No. Cold Storage Warehouse Monday. That is indeed the day. With Iba in my left eye socket, I walked into the cold storage warehouse. I could see my breath. I looked around, shivering. Nothing seemed changed from last night, though. I'm gonna die in here.
You first arrived here yesterday at 9 p.m. At that time, lying on this workbench was...
Iris's dead body, covered with a white cloth.
But the second time...
The corpse was gone.
It was 11:25 p.m.
2 hours.
But the body could not have simply vanished.
Also, it's not vanished. She is alive now.
Crime scene investigation was here before 11:25 p.m.
When did they arrive?
So are we saying like it was a different girl, and maybe he didn't get the right recognition? Maybe she was dolled up and it was someone, but it wasn't Iris? Like, we need to see other people that could have looked like Iris if they changed their look.
According to the report,
Because maybe that's the problem. They're trying to make him think that he's crazy because it was never Iris, but they wanted to make him think that it was.
After we finished syncing with So.
It took them an hour and a half to get here?
Correct.
Why
But
did
there
it take
was
them
some.
so long?
Wasn't then there wasn't anyone. So now like the murder investigation is stunted.
Unknown.
Unknown. Yeah. This is more evidence, well not evidence, but more speculation on the boss being the mastermind.
The report does not specify. Perhaps a result of outside influence.
Which could have been the boss.
Outside influence?
In any case, there is nothing of note about the bench. Examining it will not reveal any further information.
It's a workbench. There's nothing on it.
A switchboard. Nothing seems out of the ordinary.
The switchboard is installed in the back of the warehouse.
A forklift. It doesn't seem like it's in use.
This forklift was from the Somnium.
It was likely just left here.
A forklift. The tires of the forklift and the ground they're on are clearly frozen.
A forklift. Nothing seems out of the ordinary.
Normal forklift. Look at all this shit.
There are only a few items on the shelf. It is likely that this warehouse isn't in regular use.
I must say I have seen like snippets of things I didn't want to see, but I have. I feel like this place, especially with this massive like whatever that is, might be the home of Somnium itself. Something that looks a lot similar to it anyway. Storage space is in use.
It's a wooden box. There is nothing inside.
An empty wooden box on the shelf. There's another box. There's a cardboard box on the floor. There's nothing in it. Whoa, that was green. Where's the green? Ice cutting machine.
That machine is used to cut ice. Do they store ice here?
An ice cutting machine. I mean, they could probably make ice.
The crane on the ceiling. Nothing has changed.
Given how cold everything is. Overhead crane. Excuse me. The crane on the ceiling. Shelves of boxes.
There are numerous cardboard boxes on the shelves. There is nothing abnormal about them.
Shelves packed with cardboard boxes. We searched the warehouse again. We didn't find anything useful.
But finding
That's
nothing
everything.
may, in fact, be something.
It's an interesting thing to say. It's the whole idea of this is very much like Danganronpa 1 with the first fucking trial, because when Kyoko was inspecting the room, she found nothing. She found absolutely no dust or anything to speak of in Makoto's room. She found nothing because the lint roller had cleared everything, because the murderer, shall not be named, did not want their hair, which is different to Makoto's, being found, thus incriminating them. So, in that similar kind of way, with nothing being around, we may well have a similar sort of like cover-up here too.
What do you mean?
11037.
I was just thinking out loud. Let's get going. Date, your temperature is dropping.
No shit.
At this rate, they might find your body in here.
That's also what I was kind of saying. I'm gonna die in here. Sejima residence, Marble, Sargon residence. Marble is kind of last. Sargon residence, Monday.
I apologize for yesterday.
Not at all. It was nice seeing you.
I arrived uninvited.
Anytime.
No, I'm grateful.
You should be grateful.
Thanks to
I
you.
guess that's fine.
Suki has her voice back.
No, I didn't do anything.
You were there. That comforted her. I'll call it something. Otomi is sitting on the sofa. We're all alone, aren't we? Oh my. Where's Renju about Iris? Do you have the day off? Izumi is touching her right shoulder with her left hand.
Yes, today's a holiday.
Perfect. Shall we get started?
Iris isn't in school. She went to Lemniscate.
Yeah, I saw her earlier.
Is that so?
What have you been doing with my daughter? There's some tea on the coffee table. Steam is rising from the tea. And above steam is epic game. There are some elementary workbooks on the table. Looking closely, the one in the middle is different. It's about some ancient fucking thing we already... Oh, how to handle a monster parent. I don't think there was that. It was something else. Last time they had a very similar dialogue as well. A blooming winter iris. It's supposed to be a sign of good news and hope. Ah. You can see the trees and sky outside. The trails of the sky. That ceiling fan is spinning.
I've been wondering about that picture.
Iris drew it when she was 12.
That's you on the left and Iris in the middle, correct?
Yes.
So who's the person on the right? Father. I was estranged and shit.
And who's on the right?
The man I was dating at the time.
Oh, okay.
It was only for 3 months, but... I met him about 6 years ago. Have you been to the Kume Shrine in the Minato district? I was praying there one day, and I heard a voice.
So that man might very well have been the man in our Somnium. The one that did her shoulder.
Well, more like a groan.
Oh.
Behind the shrine. Behind the shrine, I saw a man sitting on the ground. I saw a man sitting on the ground. He was bleeding badly from his stomach.
Yuck.
I took out my phone to call an ambulance, but he grabbed my wrist, and he held me, and then he kissed me. I was shocked, but when I stared into his eyes, then I heard footsteps, and then a bunch of men yelling. They were looking for him. When the voices and footsteps faded, he let me go. Don't call an ambulance, and don't call the cops. I knew he had to be a criminal, so I took him to an underground clinic I knew.
You took him to a mob doctor?
Renju's friend. I only met him once.
Renju's friend? Why does Renju have all these connections to shit like Yakuza and stuff?
Even though we had our first kiss seconds after meeting each other, it took a long time before I got to see him again. The first time we held hands was when we watched.
Are you one of those guys with a mother-daughter fetish? Not really. No.
The first time I took his arm was when we went to a haunted house in an amusement park. But I wasn't the one who grabbed him. A zombie jumped out and scared us, and he clung onto my arm.
Because dad kills people. Yeah, Renju is dangerous. I don't necessarily trust everything about him. Although it might be a red herring in itself, since I don't really know much other than an absent amount of information. But I have had the the theory that maybe he isn't Mizuki's father, and that we are Mizuki's father, and that he took our place in the whole world.
He had that cute side to him, and I was falling in love.
And that's why we don't remember or whatever. I don't know. Interesting. I don't know how I have a...
Our second kiss was in the car. It's cliche, I know. But we drove around at night, looking at all the lights. We parked our car near a warehouse and kissed.
Cliche, huh? In whose life?
I don't think we ever said I love you, but we both knew. We were getting closer.
You can't get much closer than that! You're fucking making out.
I introduced him to Iris about a month after I first met him. Iris never had a father figure in her life before. She warmed up to him immediately and treated him like a real dad. From then on, it was always the three of us together.
For 3 months.
We would go to the beach, to the river, the zoo, the amusement park. Going to barbecues with another person was a new experience for me and Iris. Everything felt so fresh. Every day was so exciting. Oh, sorry. You asked about the picture.
No, please go on. I'd love to know some more information about this and maybe find value to the Somnium and everything else.
He wanted to make okonomiyaki one day. He was working with the hot plate. It was ridiculous. He was trying to flip one, and it flew up in the air and landed right on my head.
Ow.
Iris saw the whole thing and laughed and laughed.
Was it not burning your head?
I hadn't seen her laugh like that in a long time. I was having so much fun that I put an okonomiyaki on their heads too.
So everybody's got burned heads.
Plop, plop. I added the bonito flakes and mayo and sauce.
What the fuck?
At this point, there was no going back. Eggs flew, flour going everywhere. The room was not a pretty sight. After our battle, we laughed like crazy. We were rolling around on the floor. So Iris decided to draw it. It's nostalgic. But those days didn't last. 6 years ago, in November.
Always
a man with a
November.
gun broke into our house.
Oh, is that the man we saw?
Fortunately, Iris wasn't home at the time, but my boyfriend was. That's why the gunman came. He wanted to kill him. He wanted to kill him and he would never stop. He pulled the trigger. I tried to protect him. The bullet hit me, but the police arrived. They were both arrested and incarcerated.
Why was he after your boyfriend?
Before he met me, he committed some terrible crime. I don't know the details, but it was awful. So he became a target for underworld criminals. I don't know exactly why, but I know that he betrayed them in some way.
May I ask you something?
Of course.
I had heard that that incident was a random break-in gone wrong.
Oh. That's not true. I lied about it at the time, because of Mizuki. Mizuki is Iris's friend. If she found out, Iris would find out too. I didn't want Iris to know.
Know what?
That I was dating a criminal. He was her father figure. Iris looked up to him. If she found out about his past...
There's a drawing on the wall. Iris drew it when she was 12. It's a lot from a fucking picture, I'll tell you that much. There's a door in the back of the room. Yeah, we know about that door. We had to open that door with a gun. Which might have been the gun from the criminal. It's the whole Somnium. Cupboard! There's a lot of dishes. A refrigerator. This keeps food and drinks cold. A microwave. A refrigerator. A dining table. A bookshelf. There are no books in it, but it's definitely a bookshelf. Like a ski resort. No skiers. A bookshelf by the wall. The lights are off. And the green light's off as well. Tell me something, yeah. Where's Renji about Iris?
Did something happen to him? You asked me that yesterday.
What the fuck is going on?
Did something happen to him? You asked me that yesterday. 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 You asked me that yesterday.
Do you see this?
You asked me that yesterday.
So ridiculous. There's no point in hiding it. I told her about Renji's disappearance.
Right from the hospital? I'm sorry. I have no idea.
Is this just a bad port or what?
I put Iris through so much. I was 19 and single when she was born. People didn't take kindly to that.
Why should they? It's incredibly irresponsible.
But Iris was such a fighter. She always protected me. I remember, one time at the nursery, some of the other mothers were talking about me. Iris ran up to them and said, "Don't talk about my mommy."
I'll talk about what I fucking feel like, bitch.
I'm supposed to be the mother, but it's Iris who's always protecting me.
What about your parents? Yeah,
They died when I was 17.
Well, that would explain why you had no idea what the fuck you were doing.
I was an orphan, and my relatives lived far away. They might have taken me in, but I was already in my second to last year of high school. It wasn't a good idea for me to move that
No,
way.
clearly.
So I decided to stay here, by myself.
And take care of Iris.
Yes, all alone.
Yeah, well, who put themselves all alone in that position? You should try being in a position where you literally can't do anything about, not one that you put yourself in. Very different stories.
But Renju would help sometimes.
Still, she had people. Oh, fuck. About Iris.
It was always just me and her. Vacations, barbecues, zoos, amusement parks. Just me and her. Oh, that reminds me. When Iris was 5, there was a children's theater show in Bloom Park. It was called Milky Moon. It was about girls as magical space rangers and such. She loved singing and dancing, even as a kid. Whenever she heard music, her body would start moving. It was a quirk of hers. And she did it at the show, too. Toward the end, when all the Milky Moon girls were dancing to the ending song, Iris climbed up onto the stage and danced with them. I tried to stop her, of course. I grabbed her arm and tried to get her to sit, but before I knew it, she was up there, dancing. And everyone was so excited. Even I was dancing by the end of it. When it was over, she had the biggest smile on her face. Mama, you're a good dancer. That's the kind of girl she was.
She isn't anymore. About Iris.
Whenever she sees someone playing music on the street, she'll run up and join them, right then and there. Music at the train station, the crosswalk beeping, even at convenience stores. When their little chime played, she would start dancing. It almost got her into trouble once. She was on the jungle gym and a truck drove by. It was playing loud music out the windows. She climbed up to the top and started dancing.
Oh wow. She's gonna get run over?
But she lost her balance and fell.
Oh god.
She fractured her leg pretty badly.
At least she didn't land on her head.
It was on a Sunday, and it was hard to find an open emergency care. I was carrying her on my back, running and running through town. I could still hear her crying. Will I still be able to dance, Mommy?
She could speak whilst crying?
She cried and cried into my shoulder. It was the only time she ever cried so much. No, that's not true. There was one other time.
What was the other time?
6 years ago. I was the victim of a shooting.
6 years ago again.
After the surgery, Iris came in running. And she was sobbing.
This is the arm shit again. As we saw before.
Mommy, don't die! Don't die!
No!
Please don't die, Mommy! Don't die!
People die, Iris. You're not Derek, but you'll do.
I swore to myself then.
Fuck.
I would protect her, no matter what.
Oh, as opposed to before. Oh, okay.
Iris is everything to me. More important than my own life.
Summarize for me.
Date, we can't spend time reminiscing.
Well, we spent a lot of time already.
We have to get moving.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go to the place that isn't marble.
So Sajima is a key person of interest in this case. Earlier, the boss cited 3 points of suspicion against him, and I agree with her assessment.
Cool.
I checked the call logs of So's phones.
So?
Congressman Sajima has one phone under his name, and a burner phone rented under a fake name.
I heard about burner phones and what that means, and it's like a disposable camera, except it's a phone, which is really fucking weird because I didn't think phones could come that cheap. And they're really hard to trace, so they're often used by criminals. So why they exist, it's always, again, kind of peculiar.
Did you find anything interesting?
Unfortunately, no.
Really?
But I do have something. I looked into So's secretary's phone. One call in particular stood out to me.
Huh?
It was 1 week ago, from Fuchu Prison. The
From
caller
the same
identified themselves
89?
as inmate number 89.
Number 89.
Which we talked about, well, we heard about with the fucker that addressed the investigation team that gave us some insight as to, you know, like, a call that they had with him and how he's saying that I know who did it or whatever.
Yes. This is most likely the same person who called HQ.
Yeah. There's one from Mobcon.
I know killed Shogunadami.
Yeah, this thing. From the other night. When we were again driving. Time to look at shit again. The steering wheel. Any more jokes on the dashboard? The dash.
When you crash, the first thing you hit is the dash.
Yeah, I love talking about the dashboard.
Interesting.
The dash. Sorry, I must dash board. Central console. I actually really like the dashboard. More than basically anything else. The glove box is another thing they often talk about.
This box is where you keep your doves.
It's not a dove box.
The glove box. The glove box and the dash are like... Let's always have something about those two things. But not about like the steering wheel or the central console or any of that. It's kind of odd. Looks like Ibo's sitting in the passenger seat. What is he in jail for? What's 89's name? Who is 89? What's the relation between So and 89?
Murder. He is serving a life sentence on multiple counts.
Lovely.
He was imprisoned 6 years ago.
6 years ago again, motherfucker.
6 years ago.
Oh, God. Don't tell me this is the same man. This is the same man who tried killing the boyfriend. And that's like how it happened. This is what it seems like when they got incarcerated, when you know, Tommy was talking about her boyfriend and the other guy getting incarcerated, that either the boyfriend or the other guy is 89. That's what it seems like to me. What's 89's name? Who is 89? What's the relationship between So and 89?
From what I can determine, he is an assassin. He accepts jobs from the criminal underworld for substantial rewards.
So this is sounding more like the other guy, not the boyfriend.
His code name is Falco.
Falco? What, is this copyrighted?
Falco.
Correct.
Lovely. So that's incredibly important. No pressure there. Falco. At least it's a name that we can all remember because of, you know, Starfall. What's 89's name? What's the relationship between So and 89?
Unknown.
You don't know?
He is not registered in any databases. He could be a foreigner or recent immigrant, but it would be impossible to determine from where. However, I did not detect any accent in his speech.
I detected one.
believe we can
It was
conclude
American.
that he grew up in Japan. Unknown. You would have to ask Mr. Sajima for that information.
Yes, because he's gonna happily give that up.
Number 89 said he knew who killed Shoko.
He did.
He did, but that may be a lie.
Does he have any connections to the Cyclops serial killings?
Unknown. In all honesty, I have no idea.
You're not very useful.
Number 89.
Should we visit Fuju Prison?
No, we don't have time. Call up boss. Tell her to request that number 89 be brought to Abyss.
Roger.
Better. Tajima residence. Monday.
I heard there was no body found at the cold storage warehouse.
Ain't nobody.
Isn't your investigation over?
That's a big green mochi. Actually, now that I look closer, it's just a bush. A spherical bush.
Iba, look. A merman.
So is a wealthy politician. It is no surprise to me that he has a merman. Wait, a merman?
I thought you said you weren't surprised.
Oh, hey everybody! I'm a merman.
Nice. I had a strange voice just now. Could it be the merman? Whoa. There's an arch-shaped stone bridge over the pond. Not an emoji. A garden of stone. The Sejima residence. A tree. A garden
Speaking
lamp.
of gardens, what kind do you prefer?
I like a well-manicured lawn.
Oh.
But some bushes aren't bad either.
What the fuck?
I mean, what?
That's a garden lantern. The music in this place is pretty funny. Island. There's a small island in the center of the pond. Can you talk about cityscape? No? Never mind. So is feeding McCoy in the pond. About Iris. Why did you call Shoko? About 89. Why were you at the warehouse?
You are beginning to irritate me.
I thought you wouldn't answer that. Down him in the pond.
What did you
we
want to
really
talk to
will
her
be
about?
incriminated.
What is the private matter you mentioned? What is your relationship with her?
What is your serial number?
I'll answer your questions when you present a warrant. I told you I will not answer that question.
And why not? We didn't find anything there. There's nothing to hide.
It appears that he will not respond.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know that girl. I've never seen her before.
Date.
I knew he was lying. This proves it.
I am having difficulty determining his motive for lying. After all, Iris was not killed.
Maybe he's got a secret with her he doesn't want us knowing. What are you hiding so?
You see, it would really suck if Iris Sagan turned it out to be actually someone not to trust, and that she was part of the murder, but they needed a cover-up so that they... Because, like, how do they know to dress someone like Iris? Rather than if she's a mole, as it were. So they make it look like to Date that it was Iris that got killed, but it never was. And that rather Iris is there to be known by Date. You know, her whole like objective was to, you know, be the fly buzzing around. It's really annoying. To be interacting with Date and all that shit. So to try and mess with his head. So they deliberately dressed the victim to look like her, sort of thing. Whoever that may actually be. About number 89.
Number 89? Who is that?
He's number 89.
An inmate at Fuchu prison. He used to go by Falco. He was an assassin.
He was with Peppy and Frog or whatever.
Odd finding such a person in Japan. What about him?
About a week ago, he called your secretary.
I don't know anything about that. He was probably calling for a pardon or some such nonsense. My secretary probably decided it wasn't worth my attention.
About number 89.
If you need information, you can ask her. I can't help you. Haven't you people got enough? I'm very busy. Excuse me. Oh, actually, I do have one more thing to tell you. To be honest, Kaname Date, I don't like you. I don't ever want to see you again. So I suggest that you don't show your face here anymore. It's what's best for both of us, understand?
It's almost like subliminal messaging that he's not in charge and that he's trying to tell him to watch out. So walked away staring.
Who does this guy think he is?
He's So Sejima. He's a politician.
Date, your blood pressure is skyrocketing. Any higher could kill you. Relax, Date. We still have much to do.
I know.
Marble. Let's go to the marble. Let's get freaked out again. Marble Monday. It's not Monday though, it's Thursday.
You need more info on Ren?
Apparently so.
I'm sorry to waste your time, but I don't have anything for you.
I see. You're so cold, Mama.
Hey, I'm over here.
A refrigerator. Picture on the wall. There are bottles of alcohol on the shelf. 99 bottles on the wall. Take one down, drink it down. Bottles on counter. There are bottles lined up on the counter. The menu has writing on the back. The bar counter. There's a poster on the wall. Taxi drives her. Ha 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 ha. What's this? Looks like a poster for something. There's a poster on the wall. A flyer. Be drunk for your date. We'll have to see. I haven't taken anything yet. A sofa. A stool. There's a table in front of the sofa. The specials are written on the chalkboard.
Mama, what's with the pizza, fish, and chips?
People used to call me that on the internet all the time. Guess it's stuck.
The hell does that mean?
Pizza, fish, and chips. Ah, I see. Piece of fucking shit.
Nice. I wish I didn't ask.
This, however, appears to be a simple Italian pizza with fish and french fries.
Lovely. The specials are written on the chalkboard. I should not have asked. Mama is polishing a dried bonito fish. This is really weird. About Ranju, about 8-9, how's it going? Why are you always brushing that fish?
I find it calming.
Why is that?
Don't ask me.
Well, I could use a little help down there, if you know what I mean.
I do not know what she means. Perhaps you should take her up on her offer.
You know, my Twitter handle is science/reality. The reason for that shit.
Absolutely not.
About Renju, about 89.
You know about Renju and the Kumakura gang, right?
That woman, as you call it, has a penis.
Yeah, I know. I heard it from his own mouth right here.
Do they have anything to do with the talent scandal at Lemniscate?
They were born with a fucking penis.
Maybe now they do, since Renju is the president of Lemniscate. But even before
And an
that,
Adam's apple, at that.
Renju and the Kumakuras go way back. All the way back to high school.
Hey, Date. Have you ever seen a dead body?
I'd rather not. Look at that weird, expressionless face. I remember Renji saying that to me after he and I went through a bottle.
You're a policeman. I don't know what department, but I assume you aren't handing out traffic tickets.
I know this voice. I can't place it though.
So, how about it?
I didn't answer. I turned the question around on him. Is it ignorance?
What about you?
Me? Well, yeah. Not just one. Countless bodies. When I was in high school, I had a pretty crazy job. You know the Kumakura gang? I was hooked up to one of their phone fraud scams. I just had to go collect the money from drop points and give it to the Kumakuras. It was an easy job.
Yeah, it was a sure deal, right? Just like lucky number 11.
Eventually, I became friends with the higher-ups. They started taking me with them on jobs.
Oh god.
What jobs?
The target was always an elderly person from the country with no family.
It would be interesting to know how much Renji knows.
Elderly folk who owned a lot of land, you know? They live every day in loneliness and desperation. You just have to be nice to them. That's all it takes. Guys would get to know the old people and they would set up an adoption process. After that, you just have to get them really drunk. Throw them in a tub full of hot water, and they pass. Just like that.
And they pass? No, fuck. Bloody hell. That's hideous.
Heart attack, brain hemorrhage, or they simply go to sleep and drown.
Yeah.
The police almost never investigated. It always looked natural, like they died of old age. So the adopted gang members would inherit the land. Then we sell it and make massive profits. I watched a lot of people get killed like that. And I've seen journalists get killed for getting too close to the truth. So I...
It's a lot of shit.
Why am I telling you all this?
I mean, poor Mizuki having to be the daughter to this.
Are you going to arrest me?
I took a sip from my glass. I didn't say anything for a while.
You didn't do it yourself, right?
No, I was always the lookout. But still... Date, I...
Yes, you aided and abetted several murders, yeah. Tears fell to the counter, unending. We didn't say no word until the ice in the glass had melted to nothing. It's pretty horrific.
Oh, Falco?
How do you know the name? How do you know the fucking name? God damn it.
You know him?
I know him as a famous assassin in the underworld.
Yeah, that would be pretty problematic.
Just rumors, though. Nothing specific.
What kind of rumors?
Although, to be fair, I don't really want my parents bathing me
100%
either.
success rate. No evidence. He was a world-class killer.
Did you ever meet him?
Nope. I don't even know what he looks like.
Any other info?
I know he's connected to the Kumakuras somehow.
Them again.
Well, that's about it. I don't have anything else for you. Sorry, I'm not much help.
No, don't worry about it.
Can you come back again tonight?
I wonder if you're Falca.
There's a regular here who is good friends with Ren. They should be here tonight. If you ask him, he might have some information for you.
Tonight?
Yes. I'll be waiting for you.
Abyss headquarters. Saturday basement, whoa. Police headquarters, Monday, 2:49 p.m. I returned to Abyss HQ with White Iva. I needed to talk to the boss. As I entered the room, the boss smiled, like she was waiting for me.
I took care of what you asked for.
Number 89?
He's here.
We're gonna sink him?
In the interrogation room.
I'm on it.
You'll go without me this time. I have some errands to run. One of the higher-ups needs me. I'll have Pewter go to the interrogation with you.
Understood.
We're gonna see this guy? Yeah. It's the same man from the Somnium.
Let's get started.
There are pipes on the walls of the room. Oh, therefore. This room is reflected in the mirror. Surveillance camera A. A surveillance camera near the entrance. Camera. Camera used for interrogation. Desk in the middle of the room. The man known as 89 is sitting right in front of me. What's your name? Why did you call Sosajima's secretary? Where are you from? How many people have you killed? 89?
Number 89.
Nice. Why didn't you bring me along? Could have been bad covers this time. I don't think that's suitable for a 12-year-old.
Your real name?
I don't know, I forgot.
Why did you call Sosajima's secretary? Where are you from? How many people have you killed?
I don't know. It's not like I'm counting.
Is it 89?
Djibouti.
Northeast Africa, a small republic of roughly 900,000.
He's probably messing with us, Ivan.
I don't take kindly to stupid lies.
Why did you call Sosajima's secretary?
Oh, you know about that.
This guy sounds like, I think I said this last time, and I couldn't remember his fucking name then either. But, yeah, the, gym teacher from Persona 5. Beginning with K. Kamishita? What a Kamishita.
It's true. I called Tsujima's secretary. I got him on the line and I told him something very important.
You spoke with him directly?
Yeah.
What did you tell him? That he knows?
I told him to call somebody.
Killer.
Somebody.
I can't tell you anymore.
About Choco's murder.
Alright. Let's get back to the topic at hand. 2 days ago, you called our investigation office. You said you know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That's right.
Who?
Hey, don't be so hasty. We haven't agreed on a deal. You're gonna let me out of prison, right?
Yes, I promise.
When do we fucking promise this crap?
You're lying. You don't want to release me.
Why the hell did we ever have that as part of this? What the fuck?
That's fine. I was expecting this anyway. I just wanted a good excuse to leave the prison.
What do you mean?
You really want to know? Here's what I mean!
Hello.
You'll make a good hostage for me. Take me to the exit. Now.
I was expecting QuickTime events, which is why I wanted to have both hands on my controller, but that didn't work out. Police headquarters Monday 4 at 6 p.m.
Oh, darn.
Are you kidding me? A criminal serving a life sentence just escaped from Metro Police. I ordered everyone to keep quiet about this, but it's only a matter of time before the press sniffs this out. We need to get number 89 back before then.
Computer is standing calm. How to get away? Where's number 89? Where's my gun?
He punched out an officer and stole his clothes. He put on the uniform and brought me with him at gunpoint. Well, he had the gun in his pocket, hiding it. No one on the floor even knew this was happening. He got on the elevator and made it to the ground floor. He even stole my security card. He said he'd kill me if I tried anything. I suppose the whole escape took him about 5 minutes. He must have planned this.
You're rather calm about all this.
I'm coming down from being terrified for my life. I'm in a bit of a fugue state right now.
Okay. Where's number 89? Where's my gun?
How would I know? After he got to the exit, he let me go. I didn't see where he went. I collapsed right there. Number 89 still has it.
Boss's model keeps shifting her head depending on who's supposed to be.
But don't worry. I have a spare. I'll give it to you later.
Shells. Police officer mannequin. Boss's friend Mario.
Wait a minute, did you let number 89 escape on purpose? So that you could catch the bigger fish?
Yeah, boss. Exactly.
So you do know where he went?
I was kidding.
Flag a big catch on it. Oh, see car. The Persian rug is laid out.
Spiking is an important part of volleyball.
They always like the same particular props to be used as ad-lib, and not the others. Like the rubs.
Spiking. Spike Chun?
Maybe.
What is that?
What is that? A soccer ball. A cabinet. It's a Tanuki statue. A Soba Restaurant Dokkan. I mean, you'd think I'd go to the same ones every time then, if I expect the same particular props to be used every time, and not care about the others in every dialogue. But you just don't know if it will be continued. Like the dashboard and glove box, Mars tombstone. Bags hanging on a rack. Inside the bags are colorful handcuffs. The entrance. Boss's chair.
I really like chairs. They look delicious.
What the hell are you talking about?
Boss's chair. A matryoshka. It's a large
new
key.
Keyhole for it. Same as you, Date.
What do you mean by that?
It's a large key. I like how this is new music. She has a computer on her desk. The type that has a monitor built in. Boss's desk, there's stickers all over the front. These are all the same. Snowboard.
I want to knock you over the head with that snowboard right about now.
Then allow me to say this. I will slalom away from that attack. Not funny.
Skiing. Snowboard. Triangle ruler is often one that they use as something to talk about, so we'll see. Triangle ruler. Not this time, even though they talked about the dictator or whatever last time. They also did something with the pumpkin last time. Jack, no, I thought it was Bill. A pumpkin. No, not this time either. Okay. A bookshelf. It has a ton of things stuffed in it. Happy birthday banner, decoration. Public bath door curtain. A map on the wall.
Date, look! A UFO?
That's a symbol.
Symbolism. A symbol.
Boss, I turned your stationary bike into a coffee grinder. You use the pedals to grind the beans.
Why the hell did you do that?
Apparently a stationary bike is now a coffee mill. That's more useful than just being an exercise bike, I suppose. It's a floaty. A plastic
You were
figure.
kind and had a big smile. Such a shame.
What? Plaster figure thing. Decorated Christmas tree. That's been here since the first time I was in this room. I believe you're right about that, yeah. Poster. A police poster. There's a pennant adorning the wall. Mysterious Moss is played on the wall. Mysterious Moss is
Reminds me of your ex, Date.
It shouldn't.
A mysterious mouse is played on the wall. There's a clock off to the side of the
If you
bed.
had the power to stop time,
I haven't seen this one before.
what would you do?
I hope I haven't missed it before.
Do you even have to ask?
Your heart rate is increasing rapidly.
It's a clock. The hands have stopped moving. That seems to be everything. Apologize, don't apologize. What's sitting on the desk?
Don't you have something to say?
I know an apology isn't gonna fix it, but I know I'm responsible for this. I'll get him.
Well then, good luck.
Date, I know you are already aware of this, but there are security cameras all
He's
over
really
this
stressed.
compound.
Give her a massage. Oh man.
I checked all of them. Number 89 fled in a car that was waiting for him.
Oh really?
So he had an accomplice.
Yes,
Did you see who was driving?
I did.
Who was it?
You and I know him well.
Renju.
Renju?
I told Boss Computer what Alba revealed to me.
Renju?
Why?
Why is that response?
Date, Moma is calling.
Moma? From the Kumakuras?
I'll connect him.
Hey, Date. I just got the word. Renju's been seen.
What? Where?
Hey, don't forget our deal.
Deal? What deal?
You forgot already? I'm talking about Tessa.
Oh, right.
I'll be waiting. You know what to do.
What should we do?
We have no choice. We have to take her.
To Moma?
Yes.
This is not pleasant. Lemon Escape, Monday, 4:43 p.m.
Oh my gosh!
Oh your gosh!
Late. You're late.
Well, you're late because you had to do this stupid photo shoot thing. Recording, whatever.
I'm going home.
Never! Have you forgotten the vows you exchanged?
Are you drunk?
No, of course not.
You're drunk.
I kid. Kidding! I can't believe I'm gonna shovel forge with you. I'm getting excited!
We are not shovel forging.
I was talking about the date, silly.
Shovel Forge and a date are synonymous, apparently.
Apparently.
So where are we going?
Where should I take her? Really nice place. To a Yakuza office building. A gangster bar. To where the dragon is. To where the dragon is. Iris is acting kind of weird. I don't know what the why is the receptionist not here? Receptionist is nowhere to be seen. Where is she? Was she possibly the one that was killed and then she looked like Iris? These receptionist isn't there. Comedy's logo, that was good. A high table.
I've been thinking.
About what?
Say hi to the table?
I have my greeting ready. You were asking me to say hello to the table earlier?
Do you have nothing to say?
Take it to a love hotel. There are ice tools around the table. It's a high table. Lots of magazines
Special.
in that, right?
Catch a skyfish. Next time these magazines get replaced, I'm taking that one.
Well, you get to take one each time. Magazine rack. Lots of magazines in that rack. I like how they say in instead of on. A vending machine full of drinks. A door. There's probably an office back there. Yeah, it's the same shit. A plant.
Look!
Another stupid animal crap fucking thing.
It's a Parastatoda tepidariorum! Hooray!
Yay!
Go, little Parastatoda tepidariorum!
Parastatoda 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 Tepidarum No, Tepidariorum. Go, little Parasteatoda Tepidariorum. Ah. Go, little Parasteatoda Tepidariorum. Tepidariorum. Go, little Parasteatoda Tepidariorum. Ironburn gets awfully excited by insects. I have no idea what bug she's talking about though. A plant.
It's a slipper, usually made of leather.
That's a loafer.
Oh. Yeah. There was a thing that I watched in another stream. It was really weird. And I can't remember what it was about. But the whole idea was that you would describe something that rhymes with whatever the word is, but not the actual real thing. So then you say, sorry, no, I'm pretty sure you're thinking about a loafer. Is it a blah 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 blah? No, that's a whatever the fuck else rhymes with those things. Gopher. Is it weird marsupial? Is it marsupial? Mammal thing that builds bridges. No, that's a gopher. 2 hours later. But I like looking at all the things. You get so much backlog and shit. It's a monitor, there's nothing displayed on it. A low table in front of the sofa. A large window. Really nice place. To the just buff building to gangster bars. Where the dragon is. I need to know what the fuck this shit is.
To meet the dragon.
The dragon? Like that dragon?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Like a fantasy world with swords and magic. And you're gonna teleport me there. Woohoo! I'm getting fired up!
Woohoo! We're going to the dragon. She didn't completely understand, but I didn't have time to care. I took Iris to the Kumakuras. Ah, fuck. Kumakura office, Monday, 5:10 p.m.
Ooh, look at the dragon!
Great.
So cool! So, this is a crime syndicate building, right?
Yeah, the Kumakuras.
And you were trying to make me believe this was some kind of fantasy world?
No, that's what you thought.
What? Date lied to me!
Date, you bastard! You made Tessa cry!
Sweat. Regret. Aset.
Mister, save me! Throw this man into Tokyo Bay!
What the fuck just happened?
Momo, I held up my end of the deal.
Got it! I'll have him sleeping with the fishes.
This is an interesting turn of events.
I can hardly believe it. Moma, I held... Moma, I held up my end of the deal.
You sure did! You want to hear about Renju?
Mr. Okiura?
Well, we did. Desk. The chairman's desk.
Tessa, if you're tired, you can sit on my desk.
On my desk. The fuck kind of euphemism is that?
On your desk.
The chairman's desk. There's a telephone on the desk. A keyboard. PC on top of the desk. A Kumakura crest. There's an A-set figure hidden in the safe point. Oh, now I understand the dragons that we've been sending her to. An A-set figure hidden in the safe behind it.
Lanterns. Hey, Iris. What do you think of when you see two lanterns pushed together?
Huh?
I mean, it kind of looks like something, right?
Not really.
No, really. Picture two lanterns pushed together, and you put your face between them. There's something that reminds you of?
Lanterns.
What, you mean boobs? Damn it, Moma. You're not supposed to say it.
No. There are lanterns with Kumakura written on them. All we need is a black couch and it's the plot of a window to the wall. Dragon, a bronze dragon. That's the fucking dragon. I totally forgot the dragon's here. There are the files lined up on the shelf.
How many cows did they kill for this?
And then you have Iris saying shit like that.
It's a fake?
No. A lever sofa. There's a locker near the window.
Date, look! A UFO!
That's an ashtray.
UFO!
Tiger rug.
Poor thing! What you did to that tiger is awful!
Oh, that's fake.
He's fake too. Tiger rug. The company philosophy is written on the wall. Restaurants will take forever to fulfill your bottomless drink orders. So order them all up front. The company philosophy is written on the wall. Some kind of permit. Can I use that in my chat? Whiteboard. Last month's schedule is written on the board. 23rd, Hot Springs Sommelier exam. Sommelier? Ew, you sommelier. Last month's schedule is written on the board. There's a partition set up by the hole.
Hey,
by the
Tessa,
door.
let's have a party!
No thanks.
There's a partition set up by the door. The entrance. This is Dragon Ball. The door's in the next room. Do we ever get together? It's a desk. Probably belongs to someone in the gang. Yeah, we saw like the skinny dude sitting there. We beat up last time. A chat. Lockers are lined up on the wall. Take eyes to the hot springs, we need a Lucy. I'll get around to it eventually. I wish I chose like the fucking bar now or something, or of a nice place. Because I forgot about the fucking dragons. I wanted to know what the hell they were talking about the dragons because I couldn't think of what that was. A Shinto shrine. Iris is standing there. About Renju, introduce Momo. Sincerely apologize.
Sorry for bringing you here.
It's okay.
You don't have to be scared, Tessa. We're not thugs. We're just a gang.
About as contradictory as meatless beef.
The old boss
boss was really violent.
He would take a cheese grater to someone's leg if they looked at him funny.
Yeah, I want to stop hearing about that.
But after I took over, we went crystal clean.
Crystal.
Methamphetamines.
No, we don't do drugs. We don't deal with that stuff. We had to restructure the whole operation. Cut a lot of people off.
Nice.
Cut?
But with who?
Their throats.
Yeah.
No! Not like that!
Woman sitting on the other side of the desk. That's an expensive looking ring. About the Renju tip, where are your goons?
They're out. Looking for Renju.
Oh, I see.
Besides, I can't have them here seeing me like this.
Oh.
Why do you care?
Can I have it?
What?
Can I have the ring?
Why would I give it to you?
Hey, can I have the ring?
Absolutely, of course you can. Here, take it. Wait, no. I can't give you this.
You're so cheap.
Come on, it's not like they're losing it.
It's exactly like I'm losing it.
Aww.
You guys are a good team. Like siblings.
About the Renju.
You said on the phone that you saw Renju.
You were talking about Mizuki being the foil to my operations. In reality, it should be Asa.
Yeah, I had all my people looking for him.
So, tell me where he is.
I could.
Aren't you looking for him? What the fuck?
Hey, I held up my end. I brought Iris like you asked.
Dante, come here.
Mama took me to the corner of the room.
Dante, I don't quite know how to ask this, but... Can you ask Tessa if I can shake her hand, please?
Oh, that's it? Sure.
But where is Renju? Mama and I broke our huddle.
Iris, could you do me a favor?
A favor?
He, wants to see your boobs.
What the fuck, dude? I didn't say that!
Oh, sorry. What I meant was, he wants to shake your hand.
Oh, a handshake. Sure. Never show my boobs.
Iris took Momo's hand gently and shook it.
Dante, this is the happiest day of my life. It feels good to be the boss.
So how about it?
Alright, here it goes. Renju was seen in 2 places. First, Sunfish Pocket, the maid cafe. Second, Ikume Shrine.
Sunfish Pocket and Akume Shrine.
Got it, thanks.
No problem, bro. Really.
If we can keep on terms like this, Mama, you're gonna have a lot more good days. Mama's sitting on the other side of the desk. Oh man, I got locked out of this other conversation. About Renju, introduce Mama.
Oh yeah, I haven't introduced this old man yet.
I'm 24!
Mama is lying. He is at least 48.
Absolutely.
Sorry for not introducing myself. My name is Moma Kumakura.
And you have a massive scar on your head. Were you Harry Potter?
Advertising agency.
Nice.
You run the Kumakura gang, right? You're like a mob boss.
I like how Iris is too intelligent for his bullshit.
How did you know that?
Is he stupid?
Moma may not look it, but he's a huge ASET fan.
Which is you.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I'm a huge fan.
Gambling.
Bet! Debt! Ace-set!
Ace-set, you bet.
Worries.
She's doing it too. Regret, upset, ace-set.
Forget, fret, ace-set!
Now what does she say?
Ace-set, you bet.
Ace-set, you bet!
Wow, my catchphrase! Thank you!
This is kind of embarrassing.
But sorry, Moma. I don't like gangsters.
Oh.
I don't like gangsters either. Gangsters are awful.
He's a fan of their A-sets, alright.
All those nasty Yakuza guys should drop dead, am I right?
About Renji.
What happened to Mr. Okiura? I heard he escaped the hospital.
So did I. But I don't know anything more than that.
Please tell me.
Renji's escape from the hospital was strange. Three things stuck out at me. What you mean? I laid out the facts. Mizuki was lured to the place where Shoko's body was found by a message sent from Renji's phone. I found Iris's body in Okura's Fisheries cold storage warehouse. Yeah, that's really right. Earlier today, Renju fled with a prisoner escaping a life sentence, an assassin named Number 89.
Hold up. What were you saying about Tessa's dead body?
Indeed, it's weird. Always say anything get a go? Oh, I don't know about that. Depends on the man, I suppose. Men.
Oh, well...
Date saw a parallel world with my dead body in it.
I'm definitely the kind of person who won't just say anything. Even if that gets me in trouble.
World?
Never heard of it?
Oh, yeah! Of course I have!
You know, maybe occasional time I might say something that I feel is appealing, but certainly not all, you know, like, as a regular.
Yeah, right! Parallel worlds and all that shit. Yeah.
I don't understand it, but I suppose he does.
Good, because I don't feel like explaining it.
What? Oh, string theory again.
But why would Mr. Okiura do that?
I don't know. He could be a hostage or an accomplice. Either way, I need to find him.
Summarize for me.
Anyway, Moma, take care of Iris for me.
What?
What? Wait!
You're going alone?
You're leaving me here?
You'll be safe with him.
Yes, that sounds totally safe. We are so going to jail after this.
Are you serious? Look at his face!
This is really bad.
Not to mention he runs a crime syndicate. What if he sells me to the highest bidder?
He is the highest bidder, girl. Have you seen this face?
Tessa, I would never do that! I told you, we're clean now. We all go home on time, we follow government regulations.
See ya.
Wait! What about Shovel Forge?
Dig your way out of this one, girl.
I told you I never promised to play with you.
But you promised me a date!
Date! Is this true? You son of a bitch!
I'm gonna hang on out.
Good idea.
Date, you're gonna look for Mr. Opiura, right? Take me with you. If you do, I'll tell you about last night.
Her late-night visitor.
Fine.
Yay!
Yay!
Date, don't ignore me!
Or your gun in your hand. You play by regulations and all that crap.
A clean gang.
Yeah, that.
Oh, that's just a toy.
That's quite the toy.
Oh, just a toy.
Let's leave them alone for a while.
We have 2 places to
That's
check.
what we're having to keep here.
Sunfish Pocket and Kaname Shrine.
I want to go to the warehouse too,
Why?
where you found my dead body.
Something bothering you?
No, I'm just curious. Oh, and one more thing. Can we eat somewhere?
That was quite the thing. I wondered whether that was a gurgle or a fart.
Food sounds good. I haven't eaten in a while.
And we're dead.
Oh, my chest hurts. Getting hard to breathe.
Sunfish Pocket, Akumi Shrine, Cold Storage Warehouse, Matsushita Diner. Haven't been to Matsushita Diner in forever. We're gonna be in the car talking to Asa or what? Matsushita Diner Monday. Whoa.
Ah, I'm so hungry.
Tessa?
I didn't even catch that clue.
Why are you here?
I told Date I was
Oh wait,
hungry,
because our
so...
tummy rumbled in.
I've always wanted to eat here.
I'll have my usual, Ota.
Yes, right away.
Oda flew into the kitchen. Iris watched him go and took a seat. Nice. So Oda's quite the cook, huh? He probably runs the place better than his mother. There's a menu on the
Rhoda
table.
Kazuaki's grilled tongue with salt.
Lovely. There's a menu on the table. Disposable chopsticks. Disposable chopsticks.
Salt, pepper, a blend of red cayenne and spices, and an unidentified liquid.
Oh yeah, that's the special sauce.
Mayumi's juice with mold.
Lovely. A low table. A beer ad.
Date, you're drooling.
Lovely.
Oh, I'm just really hungry.
Apparently really thirsty too. Beer ad on the wall. Menus written on the wall in Tanzaku paper. Never heard of Tanzaku paper before. A swinging door. A small sitting
Date,
cushion.
wanna have a pillow fight?
Tessa, not in the store, please.
What if your waitress is a waitress? It's like, don't pay attention to the waitress. You're supposed to randomly shout what you want in the middle of the... Hey, you're paying attention to the cashier. She said to pay up. Yeah. Nothing but a window. Lucky cat. A lucky cat's that too.
Huh?
What are you doing?
Oh, you don't know?
Gawking? Fair enough.
It's good luck to imitate a cat in front of one of these.
Really?
Meow? Guess I'll have good luck.
Lucky cat statue. But you do realize that kind of means that you want your man to gawk at you. I don't know if you're comfortable with that. I don't know. I don't know if I could be comfortable with that. Calendar, which had the wrong date. It's November, but our calendar says January. Looking closely at it, even the year is wrong. This is old. Old calendar on the wall. Small sitting cushion. Convent still. None of us can figure out what that source is. Source is best not to be touched. It's a claw.
What has two hands on its face?
Failfish?
A mom playing peekaboo!
Yeah, exactly!
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. A stool. The counter. A family photo.
Ring,
Cordless
ring.
phone. Banana phone?
Who's on the phone?
Who cares?
Nice. Way to be so dry after talking about mums of playing peekaboo. Or Jesus Christ. What a 180. Cordless phone. See, I can't stand that kind of behavior. Especially if she's gonna be silly as well. A table.
Hey, Tessa, could you kick that bucket there?
Sure. Like this?
Yeah, but more.
Like this?
I did not realize there was someone more perverted than Date.
Why is that? What the fuck?
This is awesome!
What does that mean? What? I'm too innocent. I don't know what that means. A bucket.
That's a Martian!
That's just a stool.
That looks similar. It's a round chair. A bookshelf. It's got stickers on the side of it. The old CRT
Hey,
television.
Date, I've got this video of girls in bikinis washing this armored car. Wanna watch?
Absolutely not.
CRT TV. Nothing's playing on it. What?
Oh, that's Hayashi Samba's Hayashi Vangole.
Could you say that 3 times fast, please?
Who?
Some celebrity signature. Okay. Otis cooking in the kitchen.
She's in
Where's
the
your
living
mom?
room. I think she's watching TV.
The TV's up there.
How about you? What are you doing here?
I was just doing some meditation, lying on the ground.
He means sleeping.
Wonder.
Date, why are you with Tessa?
She asked. She wanted to have a date with me.
We are
Not Shovel Forge.
on a date.
Oh, a date.
Yeah, just a date.
Huh. A date?
I'm on an investigation, and she wouldn't let me go.
Date, I have some delicious fugu eggs. I promise they're not poisoned. Would you like some?
No.
No thanks. I'm fine.
Where's Renju? You're good at cooking, huh?
You're still looking for him?
Absolutely.
Well, like I told you before,
Especially
I
now that
don't
you
know.
have 89 on the case. You're good at cooking, huh?
Yeah. My dad taught me when I was little.
You're making me something too, right?
Sure. My treat, Date.
Oh, lovely. He's gonna kill us. What's your usual? About Iris's resurrection. You've been here before.
Yeah, I have.
Have you met Ota's mother, Mayumi?
Probably.
Yeah, but I don't think she likes me.
Poor girl. She doesn't.
That's not true.
That is true.
Mom is just jealous of how pretty you are, Tessa.
That's not true.
Not very reassuring. Whether out of jealousy or otherwise, she still doesn't like Iris.
Well, what would you say? Yeah, I certainly can't think of anything. She's shy. She doesn't know how to say it. She doesn't know how to interact with people. But she fucking holds a restaurant. What the hell do you say to that? What's your usual?
Omelet rice. Ota's omelet rice is so good it gives me stomach cramps.
That doesn't sound good.
Is that a compliment?
You're embarrassing me.
Well, Ota appears to have taken it as a compliment.
Apparently so. About Iris's resurrection.
Iris, about your coming back to life.
Hold it! What do you mean coming back to life?
I tried to tell Ota about Iris's resurrection.
Date jumped into a parallel world where I'm still alive.
Tessa died?
Yep.
About the parallel world.
Hey, can you tell me about this parallel world idea in more detail?
Oh, sure. How should I explain this? Well, oh, I know. Let's play rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah. If we tie, nothing happens.
But if something else, then what?
We just shake hands.
You mean like MoMA?
If I win, you have to give me something.
What am I giving you?
What if I win?
I'll do anything.
Anything?
Mm-hmm. Anything.
Date, your heart rate is rapidly increasing.
Why do you think that is, Ivo?
Why exactly is that?
Can you have a guess?
Alright, let's do this.
Look at that face. He's more demented than MoMA was.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Look at all that. Trying to read stuff. Seeing if I can get any sort of like clues. Scissors.
Shoot!
Oh wow.
Yay! I won!
Oh, no. You see, this looks like scissors, but it's actually paper.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, why did I throw out scissors? Why?
You're really not taking this well.
So, I get my prize.
I don't have any money.
I don't want money. Instead,
Yeah?
can you pet my head and say Iris is a cutie cutie?
Wow.
The cutest person in the whole wide world? A cutie angel?
Fine. Iris is a cutie cutie.
The cutest person in the whole wide world, a cutie angel.
No, put your heart into it.
Iris is a cutie cutie, the cutest person in the whole wide world, a cutie angel.
Head pats time. You weren't wrong! I repeated the whole thing while petting Iris on the head. Yeah. So she wanted the reaction from Oda. That's what she wanted. It's kind of sadistic.
We just played rock, paper, scissors, right? I won and you pet me.
Rochambeau.
But in a different timeline, maybe we tied. Or maybe I obeyed your orders and did something really scandalous.
Rewind time, do it now!
I do not have that functionality.
So those timelines are what I'd call a parallel world.
So you think I jumped from a world in which you were dead to this one where you're alive?
That's what I think.
Huh. Parallel world, huh? I can't believe it, but...
Sure you can. Parallel worlds exist. Do you know about the Mandela effect? Or the Booba Kiki effect? Or the 100 million balls? If I explained that, would you believe me?
Sounds really interesting, Tessa.
Thanks.
I know some urban legends like that.
No, she won't think they're legends. She thinks it's true.
The spatial temporal man, and the lost friend, and the story of two sisters.
I've heard people talking about it. The Booba Kiki effect, 100 million balls, the Mandela effect.
This world is full of really interesting stuff. But you know the most interesting thing of all?
No, what?
That humans exist at all.
The universe developed in a very particular way to get here. If things were even slightly different, well, the galaxies and solar system and all of that might not have existed at all.
And that means humans would never be born. And even if everything happened exactly like that, the probability of human life developing is extremely low. And yet, here we are. Imagine a box full of ping pong balls, labeled 1 to 100 million. Would you be able to pick out the one?
Not likely.
But what if there were 100 million of you?
Well, then one of us would definitely pick up the one.
Not definitely. Not definitely at all. Unless you took one out and left it out.
Exactly.
Not exactly. Only if each one got reduced each time.
The birth of humanity is so improbable that it's basically a miracle. But if there were multiple universes...
Then it wouldn't be strange that at least one of them had humans in it.
She is describing the anthropic principle. I may have underestimated her intelligence.
I mean, this is not exactly high intelligence. Like, what the fuck? It's just saying the way to counteract RNG and probability is by doing the same thing several times. So chance balances out attempts, you know. So 100 million different results, use at least 100 million, but really more to get the result you want. That's not high intelligence. The Booba Kiki effect and Mandela effect.
Dante, look at this picture. There's a famous experiment regarding this picture. You show this image to people around the world and ask a question.
Which one has greater surface area or some shit?
Which one is Booba and which one is Kiki?
Okay, sure. B-O and even A and U are all rounded, right? They're all rounded letters and shit, so there's a lot of like when boobs, of course, you know, like around and stuff. Whereas Kiki is like, you know, spikes. The letters themselves look like spikes spread in each direction and stuff like that. So obviously, and especially when you ask Booba and Kiki with the top one and the bottom one, top down, left to right, yada yada, especially in the West, you naturally think Booba, it's always about boobs, yeah, is the splodgy one because rounded letters to rounded shape, and Kiki is the pink one with all the spikes because K's are lines going jutting out in all different directions and so on and so forth.
Believe it or not, 98% of people asked have the same answer.
Of course, it's not difficult to realize, but my answer is you can't fucking tell just by looking at these two shapes whether either one is either of them.
The rounder one is Booba, and the jagged one is Kiki.
Yes, I fucking understand.
Isn't that weird?
No, it's just mind and the way it works in association. Association between the letters and the shapes. That's not fucking weird, that's just obvious.
In other words, everyone thinks that Booba is a certain way, and Kiki is the other.
No, they're just connecting the letter shapes to the shape on the fucking phone, that's it. And so what?
It applies universally across languages and cultures. It's like something ingrained inside all humans.
No, it's just a notice of what sounds round or looks round and what doesn't. It's not wrong to appreciate that the letters in the word booba and even the sound of booba is a lot more softer and therefore spongy and spherical than Kiki, which is clearly hard sounds and all that shit. What is that?
Like worshipping the sun and the sea. Or thinking that the mother is soft and the father is jagged. Regardless of your culture or background, you probably think this way.
No, not really.
It's what Jung called the collective unconscious. There exists a second psychic system of a collective, universal, and impersonal nature, which is identical in all individuals.
This is bullshit.
That's what Jung said about it.
I like the 100 million theory more, and even that has its problems because you're assuming that they're taking out each probability each time one happens, which is not true.
Think of it like bamboo. Bamboo stalks look like individual plants since they're separated.
Oh, but they're all the same fucking network?
But underground, they're all connected. Human psyches might be like that too. Connected at a subconscious level. That's...
The parallel world?
Yeah! You saved me in the dream, right? And dreams are all about our subconscious minds. So if you follow the roots...
You get to another bamboo stalk.
Yeah, something like that. Do you know Nelson Mandela?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
He was convicted for unfortunate circumstances which are really based on racism. He's a politician, activist. I think he's dead now, unfortunately. South African. Well, maybe he's South African. Might be like Namibian or something. But something along those lines.
The former president of South Africa. He helped abolish apartheid.
Yes, apartheid being basically slavery, right? The discrimination and all that shit.
He died in 2013.
I don't know everything,
and
and I don't know it very
thing
clearly,
happened.
but I know roughly like who he is and all that.
When the news broke, people all over the world thought,
I can't predict what she's gonna say here. Unless it's like... a jail thing, I don't know.
didn't Mandela die in prison in 1980?
No. I was talking about the prison, but I didn't say he died in prison. No. I didn't think he died in prison. I wasn't even sure if he's dead now, but he did.
That's the Mandela effect. It's when your memory and history have discrepancies.
Right, sure.
There are lots of examples, like the name of this kid's book with the bears having different spellings. Or people remembering that Kennedy was assassinated in a 4-seat car. But in our world, he was in a 6-seat car.
Huh. I thought it was a 4-seater too.
Or that electric mouse from that video game. You probably remember the tip of its tail being black.
It wasn't?
Nope, it's all yellow.
Are you talking about Pikachu? Didn't go through it. Ah, fair enough. Like I say, my memory is definitely hazy, and I do know he went to prison, but I never said that he died in prison. I didn't think that he died in prison. And I was not sure whether he died at all.
And the design didn't change.
Oh.
Lines from movies, company logos, historical events, and little things. The Mandela effect is everywhere. Why do you think that is?
Because those memories are from parallel worlds?
That would explain it, I guess.
Iris is sitting in front of me. Spatial temporal man, the two sisters, the lost friend.
Yeah, it's sort of like a common experience. A lot of people have experienced waking up in an uninhabited world they've never seen before. And most of them describe seeing the same person. The spatial temporal man. He's supposed to be an ordinary old man wearing work clothes. The spatial temporal man guides people back to the real world. He tells them, this world is not for you, or something.
I'd like to meet him someday.
This also sounds like absolute bullshit.
So, there's this girl. Let's call her B.
What a great name.
She's practicing piano in her room, and her little sister is watching TV in the same room. B asks her to turn the TV volume down so she can hear her piano playing, you know? So B goes back to practicing, playing a little bit. But her sister doesn't turn the volume down. She's not listening at all. So B turns around to scold her. She was really gonna let her sister have it, but she's gone. She's nowhere to be seen.
What the
She
fuck?
thinks, I wonder where she went. But then B hears her sister at the door. I'm home. B runs to the front door and sees her sister and her parents standing there. So B asks, when did you go outside? But her mom says, what are you talking about? She went shopping with me. B is really confused by all of this, of course. She asks her little
This is
sister about
really
it,
annoying.
and she learns that her favorite TV show was on. And before she went shopping with her mom, she was deciding whether or not she wanted to stay and watch it or not.
So depending on her decision, a parallel world was made.
The fuck? What? Oda.
Yeah. And what B saw might have been from the world where her sister stayed behind. There's this kid, A. He's in elementary school.
We had B, now we have A.
Well, A had this close friend named Suzuki. One day, after school, they're walking home together. A turns around to tell Suzuki a joke.
But Suzuki's not there?
And Suzuki is laughing his butt off. And he's laughing and laughing, and he laughs so hard that his eyes fall out of their sockets.
And then it turns out to be Date Kaname after all.
What?
Now we have asshole. Just say bitch. Now we have asshole?
Well, they were hanging down out of his eye sockets. The nerves were still connected, but A is of course in shock and doesn't know what to do. Suzuki just takes his eyeballs and jams them back into his eye sockets and keeps walking like nothing happened.
What the fuck is this?
So A asks him about it. Like, hey, are you okay? Your eyes fell out. A is really concerned for his friend, you know? But Suzuki just says, yeah, I'm fine. He doesn't say anything about it. And by now, A is really curious. But he's not getting any answers. So they just part ways and go home.
It's a really weird story to tell, Oda.
The story only gets weirder from here.
How?
The next day, A goes to school.
A has
and
the
Suzuki's
eyes?
not there.
Oh, I said that.
A is confused and asks his teacher about it.
And then the teacher has their eyeballs poke out, but they're not really out because blah blah bloody hell.
Hey, where's Suzuki today? And the teacher says,
Suzuki died.
Suzuki? Who's that? There's no Suzuki in this class. A says, what are you talking about? And he goes and asks all of his classmates about Suzuki. They all say the same thing. I don't know him. There's no Suzuki in this class.
So that kid must have jumped into a parallel world without Suzuki.
That's what I think.
I think this is garbage. Anything else? The lost friend. What about others?
Couldn't Suzuki just be an imaginary friend or something?
No, A was really serious about remembering Suzuki.
It is weird.
Yeah, it is.
And there's no way you can pop your eyeballs back in like that.
Well, not necessarily. There's such a thing as a dislocated eye. It actually isn't too hard to put your eye back in if it falls out.
Lovely.
Ota is correct. Dislocated eyes are easy to replace in their sockets.
Lovely.
As long as none of the nerves or blood vessels were damaged, there are usually no lasting negative effects either.
What the fuck?
But that doesn't prove this Suzuki exists.
Well, I guess not, but...
So much for me, no thanks. Anything else? What about the others?
So, this elementary school kid, let's call him C. He goes to school and there's a bunch of things on the floor. Postcards, towels, a coffee cup, rice bowls, a sink.
A sink?
Lots of stuff. But C realized that those were all things from his own house.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that would do. I allowed your phrase because it was blocked, Petri, but now it's done something more permanent than I was expecting. I was just hoping to let it pass this once. Okay. I managed to undo it. Try to avoid apparently doing that. I don't remember ever actually blocking that term. I think that's a more of a generic thing from Twitch's end. But I'd rather not, you know, ruin all of it. And it's not easy to find this. No worries. But yeah, that last term didn't work out. No worries. I know you're good, so I just let it, but I just don't want to have to go through the steps to undo. Because apparently when you allow something, it's not a one-off. It's a permanent change.
How did they get to the classroom?
No one knows.
And since it's a default, I'd rather just leave it at that.
It's not like anyone did it on purpose or there was a thief or anything.
Maybe something happened that made two parallel worlds fuse.
Because I never made that a block term particularly.
Yeah, maybe.
Anything else, Summer?
I know a ton of stories like this.
Yeah, they're all weird.
Like being suddenly transported 1 year into the future, and there's a missing persons report out for you.
Right.
You look down at your phone, but you realize that it's not yours. It's not the one you remember having. You look through the contacts, and it's filled with names you don't recognize.
Sounds scary.
There's more, too. Like this town where everyone is Japanese.
Whoa, now that's creepy. Is it in Japan? Jesus.
But they're speaking a completely different language. And all the signs and magazines and stuff have different letters. And it's not like Korea or China. It's the Japan we know, but the language is different.
The Japan we know? I don't know any Japan.
That's a prime example of a parallel world.
When did you two get so knowledgeable?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, among each other's company, they probably did.
Tessa is always writing about this stuff on the internet.
Really?
That's why I decided to research it too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I learned all this stuff.
You learn from being with each other.
Oh, hey. I know about conspiracies and secret societies too. I find that stuff fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, we could talk about those.
Maybe next time. Now where's that omelet rice?
Done.
Good old food. Oda brought the dish over. He laid out an omelet rice in front of me and Iris. Just one. Iris grabbed a spoon with a huge smile on her face.
Bon appetit!
Appetite! She picked up a spoonful, and actually she tried to pick up a spoonful. What the fuck is going on? Is this going to happen now to us, the stories they gave?
Tessa, are you okay?
I'm fine.
You know the stories I'm talking about? Are we actually going to experience that
My
now?
hand slipped. Let's eat.
Iris and I ate omelet rice in near silence. There was no conversation. Just the sound of the spoon hitting the plate, the diner echoed with it. And before long,
Thanks for the food.
Iris was totally re-energized. Her face was back to her usual easy smile.
That was good. Ote, your omelet rice is seriously the best.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Nah, hopefully it wasn't poison.
Aw, thanks.
Oh! I paid for the food and stood together.
Aw, thanks. I owe it to my dad. He taught me well.
I paid for the food and stood together.
Let's get going, Iris.
Thanks again.
Thank you. Come back soon.
Weird how she's emoting nowhere near in his direction. Oh, this is down as next to Iris. Iris is sitting in front of her. Well, everyone, unless anyone wants to sub, and that's no pressure for it, but we have hit our 4 hours, and this is a good place to call it, I'd say. Thank you so much for joining me. We're gonna call it there. Yeah, I have been a bit tired, and I apologize for that. I've actually been having a better sleep schedule, which means that I've been up for several hours prior to starting the stream, because I start the stream 4 p.m. my time. So I've been up since like 11, so I'm actually on the tired side more than I would be, because normally in the past I've like woken up like almost like just before time to go, and sometimes there's a bit of a dash. So today I've actually been up for quite a while prior, so I'm feeling it a little bit. Nah, no worries, see you too next time, Patrick. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. It's been good. It's been a lot of fun. It's been relatively chill. It's nice. I need to make sure that I save. I didn't save last time. We didn't actually have any serious things to do, like Somniums or anything. That's totally fine. It's a lot of story. Hey, Vest! Oh, wow. You have a habit of coming at the end. We're just about to finish. But it's great to have you, man. I hope things are good. I stopped like 4 hours ago. 4 hours and a bit. It's now 8:14 my time, PM. And I try starting at 4 PM if possible. So yeah. Thank you for joining. But I think we're going to call it there. We've reached quite a good stopping point. So, have a good rest of your day, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow, 4 PM, like I say, GMT. Well, it's GMT right now. And have a good rest of your day. Bye. No worries, man. It's all good.